I'm
Kittens?
ready.
Kittens, you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 1 of our brand new campaign for a homebrew world. Come up all by kittens, all by herself mostly. And the world name is Corvania. And I guess kittens,
Corvania.
Corvania. You kittens, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So, we're starting off, and there is a very large black void. And in front of it, there's a lone figure. And and she's dressed all in black, but has a faint silver aura around her. In front of her, stretching between her impossibly large form, is a golden tapestry. It's made of small golden threads weaved in on each other. Some of the threads are worn and frayed and break off, and there are small holes. And you watch as this large figure, along with 3 hags behind her, cut and twirl the threads into the tapestry over and over again. Just a never-ending practice of tying off threads, of creating new ones. And you watch as all of a sudden, in the middle of this impossibly large tapestry, a small black hole appears. And it starts to spread. You watch as the figure stops what she's doing, looks for a moment, and then her hands move fast, taking different threads and weaving them into the hole. And everything she does, the black starts to get bigger and bigger, until now it's probably about the size of her fist in the middle. The 3 hags behind her also start working, and they're trying to close it, and they just can't. And finally she just stops, and there's now a hole, probably instead of just her fist, is now probably the size of her entire hand in the middle of this tapestry. And she starts, this time, plucking threads, different ones, about 7 of them, and weaves them together and puts them in the center of this tapestry. And instead of the black kind of rotting, spreading kind of almost like a sickness type, has not stopped but is slowed considerably, and the small golden thread in the center is starting to grow. In a flash, you guys now are in front of what looks to be a humble home. And there are 2 figures standing in front of the home, and probably about 100 others standing around in this large open farm area. You're all standing there as you see a very large half-orc woman. She's probably 6'5", 6'6". Very, very... we'll drag you guys. Very large. And next to her is a smaller half-elven man. They're both dressed in very, very dark leathers, as they're just kind of standing around, seems to be waiting for something. You're all looking around and seeing various types of, like, mercenaries. There are people in, like, full gleaming mail or plate. There's one rather large kind of paladin standing. His greatsword is kind of stuck in the ground as it kind of glows faintly. He seems to be looking around, laughing way too loud for the space, and seems that you're all waiting for something. You notice that on the home there are 5 heads. Each of them has probably a 2-foot long nail drove into the forehead, and they are all basically stapled to this home.
Oh,
Which one?
It would be the main house right here. You guys are kind of all standing kind of in this courtyard. Some of you are kind of standing in the chicken coop. You're all kind of standing around here.
Okay, and we all are adventurers that are looking for
all-
someone, right?
Basically, you have all been called here. There was a really large bounty put up, but it's not a lot of information came out about it, but there's a lot of gold involved, and you know that you might be able to do some good. If that's whatever your character motivation is, there's probably a reason for them to be here right now. Obviously, these are 5 innocent people who've been horribly murdered. Okay. Eventually.
His way towards the
May
front of
is like trying to look over.
All right, well, hold on. Let's slow down for 1 second. If we're all just standing here in the middle of town, I feel like that means we all are visible to each other, right? So we should probably go into some character descriptions.
We'll get there in a second.
Okay, all right.
We'll get there in a second. Eventually, the large half-orc female it stands up, her small tusk kind of sticking out and almost puncturing her top lip. She has 2 very long curved blades on her back. Her dark hair is weaved and kind of put into a large ponytail in the back. So, I welcome you all here today. This is one of 9 homes that have been attacked. A number of peasants have been killed of all different backgrounds. And we are here offering coin for you to hunt down what did this. Now, you know there's a lot of you. This is going to be no small task. Simultaneously, this and 8 other homes were attacked. And family slaughtered. Anywhere from a family of 14 gnomes to this family of 5 humans. Now, as you have heard, there will be 1,000 gold bounty on the leader of whatever killed these people. These happened on different continents. This happened seemingly at random, except that it was at the same time and done in the same way. I will have been allowed to give you all 100 gold per head of whoever was involved in this. Now, there's not a lot of information, so I'm willing to offer 1,000 gold for any information brought that will lead us to a conclusion about why this was done. Yes, that's a lot of coin, I know. And at this point, the very large paladin's kind of standing there, and he seems to be looking you all over.
I've been looking everybody over as well.
Okay.
Me as well.
Okay. The large half-orc woman. So, we have been sending scouts to each of these homes, and we have had none return to our headquarters. So, we are having and at this point, the half-elven man, he looks to her. I counted about 7 apiece, 9 groups, 7 apiece. All right. Well, I want groups of 7 to meet me back here tomorrow morning. And we will draw straws, basically, of who gets to pick where they go first. Oh no. I gotta grab my list.
I'm glad
Sorry,
nobody
guys.
can see my notes sheet. Jim, you taking notes this time? Being
Yep.
an intellectual now?
Yeah, a few.
This main village here is called Kala. Kala.
K-A-L-A.
Whoever draws and works here to find what did this will get the smallest stipend for travel. Obviously, because you all are already here. The other cities will be Ezloth, Sardena, Blissall, Ezles, Dhaka, Onuese,
You're welcome.
Lilla, and Irritan. I have a map that'll show each
I was
of
gonna say,
where
can you
these
please
are.
put those names in the chat? Because
Yes.
that was way more than I was prepared
Yes.
for. Also, thank you for the map. I was actually looking
You're
for a way to do this myself, and there wasn't really a good way as a player to do it. So I tried to print it out, but my printer sucks, and it came out like a big black box, just because it's like a photo that's dark. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to ask Kittens to make a map and put it in as like a note.
Yep.
Which you did anyway, so that's amazing.
So,
all the cities that are shown in the map are there.
yes, so, Eslas is, in Gloria. There's one in Zanona, which is Blissall, in the mountains there. There are 2 different cities, on the continent of Ivril. You guys are already on Ivril. You're actually a little bit south, of the jungle, kind of near the river, kind of down, south of there. There's in Slilla, the human run country, there's one there, and then there's one city on the island of Zahar. Each of these cities, it was on the outskirts that were attacked. Again, at the same time, seemingly of random, different. These families were all farmers, but they were all of different races. There's a family of 14 gnomes. There was a family of 5 humans. There's a family of 6 half orcs, and we just don't understand why they were all attacked at the same time. We don't know if this is some kind of new fucking cult that I just don't know. And my benefactor is willing to play handsomely for the information. So, this is going to be fun for me to watch as you all scramble to find 6 others that you want to be in a group with you. Go. Meet me back here tomorrow morning. And she kind of walks off back towards the tavern. I need you all to make perception checks.
Oh god.
Yeah, baby. We're starting it out
Solid,
strong.
solid start.
I was gonna say I had to roll with disadvantage, but I can't do worse than a 1.
Kittens, do you want these in the chat in Discord or on Roll20?
On Roll20. Just type them. Yeah, just type like perception and whatever. Oh, 2 nat 1.
Ozdemir!
I forgot.
Ozdemir, thank you so much for the betties! I appreciate it, my friend.
Section, you just click on the word perception.
Oh, there. I found it.
Okay, so Rivette?
Real quick, JK, do you need a refresher on what those numbers are? Like why there's 2 of them?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I remember.
Okay.
So Rivette and Kalaya, as you're looking around, just for interesting people, you see a few. You see a large, almost bird-like creature. Keith, if you will introduce your character for me.
Oh, you cut out.
Kree is quite short, actually, about 5'2". White feathers with black tips, bright yellow beak in leather armor covering his front, and a cloak down his back. His head's bobbing back and forth, and he's twirling between his fingers a small item of silver. Depending on how close you are, you can see it's a replica scimitar.
All right. You also see a Beej. I'm just gonna let you explain what your character looks like.
All right, so
This is gonna be fun.
all right, so what you see is essentially, just upon first glance, what you see is a dwarven girl with bright red hair, stunning blue eyes, and this like very skinny headband wrapped around her hair, riding on the back of this monstrous human. Okay, this guy is over 7 foot tall. He's like 7'2" if you had to guess. He's really bulky, almost like just a really tall professional wrestler, or like, you know, a lumberjack or someone that's just massive. His skin is dark, and he wears a helmet with a full face mask on it, so you can't see a face whatsoever. There are, I guess, what could only be described as like tiny round crystals, I guess, in his eye sockets, in the eye sockets of the helmet. Other than that, he's wearing like full chainmail and like a cloak, and she seems to be strapped to the back of him. So I don't know how popular in olden times like this method of carrying cripples around on your back, kind of like Hodor in Game of Thrones was. But if you've ever seen it before, that's what you would recognize this instantly as. She's riding on the back with like these straps, you know, that keep her on his back. And she also has a tattoo on her face. Underneath her right eye, she has 3 horizontal bars tattooed one on top of each other, almost like a barcode flipped to be horizontal. Yeah, I think that's it.
You also see one of the lizard folk. Jim, if you'd like to explain your character through.
Yeah, so my character is a lizard folk. He's essentially a large humanoid iguana. He's draped in some really tattered looking robes. And there are a lot of like small pouches with strange little bones and things all over him. He also has a large quarterstaff with a reptile skull on the top of it. He's fairly large. He's like almost 6 feet tall, just sort of sniffing around and digging under rocks and things.
All right. You see a drow, and Ravette. This is someone very familiar. Broderick, if you'd like to explain what your character looks like.
Yay! We have characters that are tied together!
Maybe I'll hold off on the voice. Taller, 6'1", very slender though. Short, slicked back black hair. He has these gold-rimmed red sunglasses that cover his eyes. He has a bunch of like hoop earrings going down. Red coat. And he has a lot of gold necklaces, probably 4 or 5 gold necklaces hanging around his neck, adorning his finger. So you get the impression that of a sleazeball, but you're not quite close.
How do you know that? You don't know how long we've been around. Maybe I've never met a sleazeball before. What's a sleazeball?
Yeah,
Is that like a
Gree's
food?
only actually 5 years old.
All right. JK, if you will explain your character.
You see a slender tabaxi woman. She's quite tall. She's 6 feet and 1 inches tall, and she has bright green eyes that are watching everything very curiously, and she is watching everything, and she has long brown dreadlocks, and her fur is light brown. Her tail is swaying slightly as she is being very interested in the people that are around her. She's wearing a leather armor with some gold accents, and she's wearing like tall boots that go to her knees.
Them knee highs.
There you
Okay, real quick, I want to interject one thing. Because since we all roll perception checks, I would say that most likely, like, Kalaya and possibly
Rivette.
Rivette and JK, how do you say your character's name?
Jemay.
Jemay, you may have even noticed it too. But if you look close enough, the skin of the man that the dwarf is riding is it almost looks like wood. Like there's something weird about him other than him being just a tall humanoid.
Okay.
All right, Kalaya, you're up next. If you'd like to explain what your character looks like.
Okay, so Kalaya is a young human girl. Looks very much like a human, but the first thing that you'll notice about her would be the word dark. She has very dark hair, very, very pale skin. She's wearing dark clothing, and it even seems, even though you're outside in the sunlight, it seems that she would be standing in the shadow. You can look around and see no shadow around her, but she still seems to kind of be cloaked in a shadowy substance. The only thing different about her appearance other than dark is she has extremely bright blue eyes, which are kind of disconcerting with the rest of her appearance.
How tall are you? Is she?
I am 5 foot even.
Just wondering. It's interesting to me how tall a lot of us are. Well, I mean, I'm a dwarf, so I'm not very tall. The guy I'm riding super tall, but we've got like 6 foot, 6'1", 6'1". Like, wow, we're actually pretty tall.
All right.
No, I'm very short and I look younger than I am.
I'm pretty short myself.
All right, and then lastly, Rivette.
All right. Rivette is a tiefling woman. She stands at 6'1". Her skin is deep red. She has curved ram horns. Her hair is raven black, and at the moment it's curling in waves just past her shoulders. She is currently leaning on her quarterstaff, staring daggers at Broderick and trying not to storm over. She's storming over in a second. And she has silver eyes. She also has a couple tattoos, but those are hidden under her clothing right now. Oh, and she has a limp, but that'll come out.
All right. So, as soon as the large half-orc woman says, "Find a group," it seems that everyone rushes. And you all, being relatively all weird-looking, pretty much everyone is really weird-looking, seem to be shunned a little bit as there's a group of humans, there's a group of half-orcs, there's a group of half-elves, and you see groups forming as you guys are just looking around, and you realize, well, I guess we're a group now. As the 7 of you are just kind of all standing there, everyone else is grouped up and started walking to the tavern, and you're all just left staring at each other.
It's like the island of the misfits. Toys over here. Huh?
I'm sorry, what was that, Beej?
I said it's like the island of misfit toys over here.
Ignoring that statement, I'm going to adjust my grip on my quarterstaff, storm up to Broderick, and take a swing at his legs to try and knock him prone.
1 gold on the tiefling.
Alright, make an attack roll. versus Broderick's AC.
No
Yes.
takers, 1 gold on the tiefling.
14.
See,
The hell's going on?
Slow.
We just met and you're already hitting him.
I did not just
Oh,
meet
it's
this man.
very
He's a
interesting.
sorry son of a cow.
Your mom's a cow.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
How is that possible? You look like an elf.
Can anyone hear Sloat at all?
No.
No,
No.
I haven't heard him.
you can't hear me. Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
Yes.
There you go.
There you are.
I said my AC was 14.
Oh, so that hits.
Fuck yes.
Why is no one talking? Or why is nobody responding?
Because
We are
don't like-
talking.
well, I don't like you. Okay, so he's down.
Yeah. So as you take, you took your quarterstaff and tripped him up.
Yes, I swung very harshly at his legs just to
Okay.
knock him over.
I need Broderick to make a dexterity saving throw.
Check.
Dex saving throw is what I said. Okay. As you go to trip him up, you do trip him and you bring your quarterstaff back and it knocks the legs out from under him. But he's a slippery fucker. As he falls, he kind of does almost a somersault and lands not quite prone, kind of on his knees, looking at you, Rebecca.
Another comment?
the
What?
hell are you doing here?
I'm just happy to see you alive. I thought you were dead. I thought we were all dead.
You left us. You fucker. You knew what you were doing.
Yes, I knew what I was doing, but I figured you all would jump. I mean, we were running right into a trap. You can't blame me. I wouldn't blame
But
you
you
for
could
what you
have
say.
said jump instead of just looking at us and leaving. I almost died, you sorry son of a fuck.
Too, but I'm happy to see you here, and I'm here too.
I'm not happy to see you. You can kindly fuck off.
Oh, it looks like we're together anyway.
No. No,
But the
I
tiefling-
refuse to work with
no one
you.
else is
I
gonna team up with
refuse
Drow.
to work with you.
It was obviously
Seems like we have no options.
Nobody asked you, feline.
Don't really have much of a choice, do you?
Oh, that was rude.
This one's a bit of a tosser.
I'm usually quite kind, but this sorry fuck has made me quite bitter.
And the same for them. I did something that I'm sure all of you would do in this situation.
I would not have jumped. I would have stayed with my ship like a proper first mate.
Hey, hey! Did anyone just see the lizard lick his own eyeball? That was a mighty fine trick you did there.
Why? How is your tongue so long?
Never seen someone quite like him.
I
mean,
my tongue kind of shoots out like a fly.
Oh, shite!
Thing by.
Oh.
I've heard of Dragonborn. I've never met a lizard, whatever you are.
Lizard folk.
Rabbit.
Lizard
Can
folk.
we just let
Oh.
bygones be bygones? And I stretch my hand out.
No. And I slap his hand away. You get my trust back
Come in.
when you earn it back. Until then, I'm not taking my eyes off of you.
Well, I'm glad these two are on a team together.
Well, I'm handsome for a drow,
It's
so
going to be
blame me
super
for
fun.
taking your eyes off of me.
Oh, you sorry, son of a bitch.
Could I get, actually, before we even, I need a list of these. Could I get, excuse me, sorry, everyone's passive perceptions.
Oh, God. Mine's 10.
13?
Oh, hold on.
Yes, I'm not the only one! I thought my passive perception was super duper bad.
Lots of tens.
Okay, so let's start with, oh, you guys all wrote it. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of them in the chat.
Okay, so,
It would have any impact on that.
no, your passive perception will still be, actually might not be that good, but, hold on. This is, if anyone will let me know when this changes, this is kind of, I'm gonna be better about passive perception.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, also before it happens, do we want to take a vote about crit rolls with dice? Because I know that Sloat and I are both in favor of rolling the dice twice, because it gives you better odds of doing more damage. Kittens likes to double the dice. Do we have preferences?
Well, The doubling of dice doesn't work when there's a barbarian because they have specific skills that increase the number of dice for crits.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, kittens, can
How's
we do the rolling the extra dice method?
Sure.
How do the critical
just-
hits?
Okay, so critical hits can either be like you either roll the damage dice twice, or older versions of D&D or other tabletop RPGs, you just roll your normal damage and then you double it. But the problem with that is if you roll a 1, now your crit did 2 damage. Like, really? You know? If you roll the dice twice, you might roll a 1 one time and then, like, full damage the next time, so...
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, it balances towards the middle versus every option being equally possible.
Alright, so Jamae and Revette. As you kind of all come closer. Revette, you're standing now right next to Broderick. And you notice that the half-elven man that was standing next to the half-orc woman seems to be watching you all. Low creepily.
Can we help you?
No. Oh, you're going to be fun ones.
You're staring at me
Kinda.
because I'm underarmed. You have a problem with the color of my skin?
Oh, racism.
He looks over to Broderick and then looks back to Revette. So, if you want some advice, you see, that half-orc lady, she's gonna be paying more the more you have to travel. And from what I know, bless all, that's the way to go.
And
Don't
how do
have
you
to
know
listen.
that?
And as he smiles, and as you look closer, he is a very dirty male. His teeth are all broken and jagged.
This is
One
the
of his
half-elf,
eyes
right?
Yeah. One of his eyes is completely missing with a scar across it, and he has his hood up. I know things. And he's kind of twitchy. I know things. People tell me things. Yeah. And he kind of at this point starts skittering off. Just take what
Again, what should I worry about? What's your name?
consideration. Oh, my name's Amen.
Why are you twitching so much?
What? I don't flinch.
You are flinching rather a lot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Twitching.
Well, I know what fucking twitching and
Okay, calm down. Ain't no need for that.
Just as long as you realize you're doing it. I'd hate for you to think that you don't twitch.
he looks very disgruntled. You guys are a bunch of assholes, you know that? And starts to walk off.
Oh, I don't like this.
Well, not all of us. Just
Yeah,
us.
this is gonna be my reputation traveling with these hoodlums. I don't know about this.
Excuse me, I'm a civilized person. This is fucker. And I, like, jab Broderick with my elbow.
Alright, listen, all I know is that all I've seen, we've all just met each other, and the first thing you do is you walk up to this man and you hit him with a stick.
Because he left me for dead.
Oh.
For that too, it's not like you looked for me or anything.
Because we assumed you'd swam away. And at that point, if I had found you, you would have been dead.
And you're really good at that.
I mean,
What?
You're really good at this accent, Minnie.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
making me jealous.
See, I can do
Yeah.
British. That's a bonus.
Oh, are we in a tavern now?
You guys
my favorite
do
place.
start making your way back to the tavern that you all have been staying in. This tavern is full, like to the max. There are no bar seats open. There are no table seats open. It is just crammed packed. I dragged your character there,
Blind?
Beej. Why?
Did you fuck up?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Do I have to promote you to GM so you can,
No, it's... try it again. Is it not working?
Oh, I mean, like, I'm not there.
I know, I can't drag you. It won't let me.
There's only 6.
Okay, but the thing is, though, if you were dragging her, we would see something, even if it's the incorrect artwork. And I don't see anything representing her character anywhere.
But everyone else, I did the same thing to everybody else. I just dragged Kalaya.
Yeah. Minnie, can you drag your own character sheet out of your journal onto the map?
I tried, it didn't do anything.
What the shit? Okay, well, I do have her token. Hold on, just for the time being. Oh shit, I can't get to it because I'm not the DM. Kittens, in the assets for this, are there like, you know, not in the journal, whatever the little art collection tab is, do you see the tokens, player tokens?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
Okay. Is it real quick to swap me to DM? Is that able to be done?
I just have to jump over to the... Can I do it from here? No. Let me...
Kree needs 5 minutes anyway.
Okay, yeah. Let me jump back.
Yeah, with 7 tokens, I tried to do it, but it may not have worked out completely. Which is unfortunate too, because I don't know. Is anyone okay? So do you guys, for each of you, do you guys see like a health bar in your name below your tokens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you click on it, the 3 bubbles that come up should have numbers in them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So all that stuff looks like it worked. I just must have made a mistake with minis. I don't even know if I'll have to exit the game and rejoin as a DM or not.
You are set as a DM, so.
Oh, I am? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to reload the game. Reload the game.
Hey guys, new D&D campaign. Stuff doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, but the best part about this though is that once this is set up, then it won't need to be set up again.
Right, exactly. It was really nice to be able to drag everyone onto the thing. By the way, Beej, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, so Kittens, it actually is not that complicated, so I can even teach you right now since we're doing it. Where is... Here, Token Revette. So I'm going to drag her actually, first, before I do this, just because I'm curious. Wow, that's really not doing anything. Which doesn't make sense. Because when you drag a character sheet onto the map, and it has artwork, it should at least use the artwork if it doesn't have a token, and I don't see her artwork showing up anywhere. That's super weird. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna drag her token onto the map. So there she is. And then you go into the settings for the token, and you can set up represents character, and you can point it at her character sheet. And then we do a couple of things here, like HP. Ah, for fuck's sake. HP. And we'll set this one to speed. Set this one to AC. We will do dark vision. 30 as sight. Okay, save changes. And now what you want to do, after you've edited the settings of the token to link it to the character sheet, then you go to the character sheet and open it up. There's our character sheet. Make sure you have the token selected, hit edit, and select it as the default token. Save, and now we should be good. Because what I was doing before, Kittens, was I would always drag a token onto the map, go into the character sheet, and say, use this token as my default token. And then I would set up the settings on the token. Well, unfortunately, this character sheets are simple enough where it won't remember changes that you made after the fact. So once you set a token as the default token for a character sheet, it remembers all the settings on it at that moment, right? So you have to set all the things up ahead of time, then make it the default token of a character sheet. It's super complicated, and I don't understand why it's not just like, you just link it and it works. But yeah, that's how I did that.
All right, I'm demoting you to player.
Okay, that's fine. Let me rejoin as player.
Demoted.
I don't want to be the DM.
Okay, guys. So.
Wait, hold on. Do we have everybody back? Who else? Revette, you're back, right? You just said demoted.
Yep.
Kree is back. Okay, good. Yes, go ahead, kittens.
So, as you all sort of group up and through the door into the tavern, you notice it is extremely busy. I lost my sheet. Oh, there it is. Okay. It is extremely just packed. And this is a very small town. This tavern probably hasn't seen this much life ever. This is a tavern that could hold maybe 40 people. That's holding about 100 this moment.
Jesus.
Yeah, it is that packed. There'd be some serious fire code issues.
Hey, can I die?
Excuse me? Are you asking permission to die right now?
I just don't do well with people, and this is definitely a not okay situation for me.
Well, you're currently walking, so actually everyone is currently walking in the door.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm gonna stand outside the doorway if that's chill with you, Kitten.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm loving this. I think it's great. I'm gonna try and make some money performing a bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kree, do you have any type of instrument visible?
No, I perform with my swords. I have scimitars that I juggle. I have knives that I juggle. That's how I perform.
But isn't that really little dangerous in a tavern packed full of people?
Not when you're as good as I am.
All right. So, as you all enter the tavern,
Quite ingenious.
Tree, you're gonna step over kind of towards like the main fireplace stage area and start twirling some swords.
Yep, I lay out a piece of cloth and hope for some coins to be dropped on there eventually.
Okay. Make a performance check for me.
This is rough. I hope you know I need 2 chairs.
Cool enough up there.
Here,
I
we'll see
don't
about
think we're
this
going to
table
get
somewhere. I feel like we all need to sit around together and learn a little bit about each other if we're going to work together.
I agree, but I need 2 chairs.
Sure, we can work.
There is nowhere to sit.
Walk up to a table, maybe away from the group, and I just take my cutlass and I stab it on the table. And I say, "I think you all know who I am. You should get out of this table before things get rough."
Make an intimidation check.
Reputation here.
Intimidation, yeah.
Intimidation check.
Mm-hmm.
With inspiration.
With inspiration.
Yes.
4 total.
How much?
It's weird. No, we didn't hear that last part.
24.
There you go.
Okay, did you use the inspiration dice? Or was it not necessary?
1 without inspiration.
So as you step up to the table, you guys watch. Which cutlass did you use?
Regular cutlass.
Regular. You take. He takes a large kind of curved blade and stabs it into the center of the of one of the larger tables in the center. As he does, you see about 6 or so peasant farmer folk look up at you, eyes wide. At the head of the table is a pretty elderly woman with just pure white hair, very wrinkled skin, and she's kind of holding a tankard, kind of slowly drinking from it. as the rest of the farm folk jump up from their seats. Yes, sir. And they kind of help the old lady up. We were just leaving anyway. Bye. And they kind of all just kind of go up to and pay, and then
as they leave, I say, "Have a nice day." And I slap the old woman on the ass.
Old woman.
Oh my.
This is why I don't want to work with you. You're disgusting.
You all now have a table as Broderick has scared some old lady and her farmhands from it.
All right, so as we approach the table, the large man that this dwarven woman's been riding on kind of walks up to the table and gets down on one knee and kind of kneels down, and then the dwarf unhooks these straps from the sides of her, and it's almost like this. What's holding her on? Anyone that's behind her can see that. Like what's holding her on is essentially, those swings in playgrounds that are for toddlers. That's essentially like a fucking leather diaper. It's like one of those cut vertically, and it wraps around her ass and the small of her back, and then it's like strapped to the back of this guy. I guess it kind of straps into the strapping mechanism that's around him. And so yeah, she kind of like undoes these straps and like crawls down off his back, and you can see now that she has these two steel gauntlets that look like they're from like a suit of armor. But the weird thing is that there's these really thick copper wires that extend from the back sides of the forearms, and they actually look like they go up and they plug into the tops of the shoulders of this guy. And she gets down and she like slips one off, and then she slips the other off. And then she goes, "All right, Aegis, sit down." And she sits in a chair, and then Aegis, the big man, sits in another chair beside her and just sits there like super rigid. And before the dwarf sits down, she kind of takes a couple steps towards the chair, and you can see that she has this like hunch to her, like she's not standing all the way up. And when she takes a couple of steps towards a chair, she's got like a little bit of a limp to her. And she kind of scoots up into her chair and kind of gives a couple of little grunts like it's almost difficult to move. And then she sits there and goes, "All right, we're sharing a pint of ale together, huh? No better way to bond."
Fine with
Jime
that.
is like staring at the large man and goes like, "Ooh, that's really interesting. Where'd you get that?"
"Oh, this is me mate Aegis."
And
Ooh.
what exactly is Aegis?
"Oh, he's my friend. What do you mean?"
Well, he doesn't exactly look like anything I've seen before, and I've been around quite a bit.
"Oh,
His skin seems wooden.
well,
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad
That
thing.
is,
I'm just curious as to what it is.
well, you
I'm
see,
curious.
Aegis might not exactly be real. He's not a real person.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he's not the real person. Listen, on the down low, he's a machine that I ride around. I've got this condition, you see. My bones are quite brittle. I can't really do a whole lot. Like, I can't fight. I can't even be a smith, like my father. So
you've made
ride around on
this-
Aegis.
It's almost a horse then, like a mechanical.
Kinda, yeah. Luckily for me, he's human-sized. He can fit in most buildings. I don't know what I'd do without him.
That's rather interesting.
An Aegis.
That's his name, yeah. Wait, so did we miss part of that sentence, or did you just say an Aegis?
Make an Aegis.
I mean, his body parts are made mostly of wood. It's like hollowed out, right? And then inside there's like pistons and gears. Old dwarven technology. It's quite complicated.
Who gave you this sorcery?
Who gave me?
Sorcery.
I built it myself.
It's dwarven intuition.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like magic.
They're pretty smart fellers.
All right. Eventually, the barmaid kind of comes over. She is pure elven. Like, she has the very, very long ears, very delicate features. She looks relatively young, but being full elven, you're not really sure what age she is. She has on very simple dress, but very, very well made. She's very charming, exuding just this kind of practice ease as she comes over. Well, it is nice to meet you all. What can I get you to drink?
What kind of ale do you got?
I have the best ale. Brew it myself. It is called Bearmire.
What did she say?
Bearmire.
Like the animal bear?
Like bear with a V. Like Burmire, but Bearmire.
Oh. But it is an ER? V-E-R?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
I'll have a pint of that if you don't mind my old dear.
Aye. Same
She
here.
sends you all a wink. So two. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I
Well, in all
I have
honesty,
my
with it-
I have my own drink here. Jimmy says, and he grabs a jug full of
I
cider.
say I'll take 2.
Oh, yeah, the bard over there performing with the swords, he's with us, I think.
Is that safe to drink too while you're juggling?
It's not safe to drink 20 when I'm juggling. 2 is just fine.
Oh, well, at least you know that. That's most comforting.
Okay, so I have 4. And she kind of points to the kind of dark-haired woman sitting. And you didn't realize, you guys didn't know she came in. She just sort of sat down at a chair, and all of a sudden there's the dark-haired woman sitting there. And you lass, you want a drink?
No, thank you. Nothing for me.
All right then. No water.
To be fair, I'm a bit short on coin. Is anyone willing to on this one?
Anyone willing to what?
Spent my last coin getting here.
I'm really fond of my coins.
Give you a coin.
All right, so for 2 for the bird folk, 1 for there, 1 for there, so 4, 5, 6, 7 drinks. Is that right? It'll be 7 silver pieces.
I put a silver out on the table.
I dropped 2. Did I earn anything performing?
Yeah, you probably earned probably around 2 silver pieces. So various copper, so about equaling 2 silver pieces. So you just kind of empty out your cloth to her.
Yep, I just dump it like this. It just sounds like this on the table.
She ends up so everyone that's getting a drink minus 1 or 2 silver pieces as she brings down around. So, you're all adventurers. That is super interesting. Hi.
Oh, hello there. You're quite friendly.
Well, you have to be friendly if you work in a place like this. And
Sure.
you can hear in the background there's a very loud, booming voice. It sounds like from the kitchen area as you see a very rotund orc, not half orc, full orc, coming from the kitchen. He's like typical, like this is who should be waiting on a bar, not a full elven lady. He kind of looks to her. Hey, food's ready. And she kind of smiles to him with this very beautiful smile, goes up, grabs the food, gives him a kiss on the cheek, and carries a tray of food over to the table, sitting it down as the very large, full orc man goes back into the kitchen.
Wonder if they're screwing.
Oh, that's
that
not...
would be quite surprising if they were.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
Like, wouldn't he break her? She's so petite.
Oh, we're really talking about this out loud right here at the table, alright.
You haven't been to many taverns here, have you?
No, maybe not.
You'll quickly learn.
Well, the love life isn't any of our business, is it?
No, but it's fun to talk about.
Oh, I see.
I mean, just try and think of it. Think of what the poor man would do to her.
I don't know if I want to.
Like I said, he's crushed.
All right. Also, hold on 1 second. Okay. You there? And Torga points across the table at Broderick. You there? You spend much time in the Underdark?
I did for a while, but I don't like to talk about those days.
Nobody
Now,
does. Your accent just seems kind of familiar. Spend much time around Codena.
In my past I did, but not recently. I like to focus on my recent history. And with that, I think all of us should go around and share our names and maybe share what we've been doing these past few years.
I know very well what you've been doing, Broderick.
All right. Anyway, so I mean, I've just been traveling for about 6 weeks, and just enjoying the countryside.
It's pretty beautiful.
Aye, I've been doing just tiny odd jobs for coin, including helping a farmer out, just move some crates and stuff. Anything I can do to make a little bit of money.
I went back to my clan for a while, and now I'm back to adventuring.
Where does their clan come from?
It's in the jungles of Ivrul.
Ah.
Interesting. Haven't spent much time there myself.
We're
We are
on Irville, right?
Yeah, you're in a small, and it's like not on the map. It's so small. It's kind of like the southwest, sort of kind of in the middle there. So southwest of the jungle, kind of nearish to the river. Just very small town. All that there is the tavern and some farms, basically.
The closest city?
The closest city would be either would probably be Jico.
Chico.
Is that the two X's one?
Yep, Jico.
That's how you pronounce it?
I guess it'd be Zico, actually. Zico.
Okay.
As for myself, I've been a sailor for these past 2 years, and Ravit was with me, but we got attacked by pirates recently, so that's why she's upset at me. I've been in ship, I didn't defend against the pirates, so.
You jumped as the captain. Captain goes.
Oh,
down
you're the captain!
I was the captain of the ship, but surrounded.
And you left your mates.
You can't put up a damn fight. You know what I'm capable of.
And we all have this man on our team.
No. That's why I'm not thrilled.
Surrounded by 30, 40 pirates. There's not much you can do there.
There's plenty if I set their damn ships on fire. I've done it before.
I
Yeah?
did what I had to do.
Yeah, abandon us, leaving us for dead. Do you know how many people we lost that day? Do you know how many good men
Not everybody.
died because you jumped?
All right. Well, what about you? Turn it. Oh.
Yes, I thought you'd be there too. Dead or in chains.
Well,
Yeah. What have you
funny
been doing
story, that.
since he left you?
Dying for a while. Thank you very much.
Look quite alive to me.
Oh, thank you. Been out and about, trying to, survive. Not being able to walk properly hasn't exactly helped that anymore. Just sailing, hunting you down if you were alive, you sorry bastard.
Myself.
Surprised I didn't run into you on the water. You've been sailing.
This is going to be fun.
Thanks so much. Been sticking to the land. Been afraid to go back out on the sea, if you know what I mean.
Oh, the poor thing's scared of the water now.
I'm afraid of the pirates on it.
Boo
I
fucking
don't like
who?
water either.
Yeah, well, you're a cat, that's acceptable. But, like, you're pathetic.
All right. So, what about you? Torga turns to Kalia. Is that how you say it?
It's Kalaya.
Kalaya. Kalaya. What have you been up to? What's your story?
Just looking for a little bit of money.
Oh, aren't we all?
Aren't you?
Aren't we all?
That's an interesting holy symbol you got there. What's the name of your goddess?
It's Ustia. She is a nature goddess.
Ooh, I love the nature.
Yes, as do I.
All right.
Myself, care to tell me a little bit about her?
Actually, I prefer to keep my private life private.
Eric was spreading the good word.
Yes, and I do that privately and on my own time.
Man, you rub people all kinds of the wrong way, huh? Speaking at Broderick. No wonder why you're a pirate. It makes sense.
I'm a bit of a prick, but I haven't quite figured it out yet.
Alright, eventually your tankards start to empty. The tavern gets a little bit less busy, but still pretty much, still happens. Still a lot of the same adventures that you saw kind of in the farm are still here, drinking away the last of their coin before they make some more.
Alright, here. I've got something for everyone. Well, if you like ale, that is. And Torga turns to Aegis and pulls the chainmail that's coming to, he's just wearing like normal human chainmail. And she pulls it up from the waist, almost like exposing his abdomen. And you can see that it's like, his abdomen is essentially like these iron slats that are made to look almost like a fan, like you would use to cool yourself off. And she like reaches to one side and collapses them, and they all just kind of go. And there's like, his abdomen is empty inside, except it's not empty because there's a bunch of junk in there. And she kind of chingles around a little bit, and she pulls this glass jar out, and it is full of this golden liquid. And she goes, "Who wants some good dwarven ale?"
I immediately pass both my glasses over.
Aye, this here's the good stuff. This is Saint Oldest Blonde. I brought this with me from Codena.
A glass of that, I'll take one.
I wouldn't mind a quick drink.
I can take a sip as well. I have my own drink with me, but...
Alright. And, Cree wanted two. Alright, I've got enough for two more. You there, lizard man, you've been kind of quiet. You want to try some sort Saint Oldest Blonde?
I will try if you try mine.
Oh, what you
Oh,
got?
you got some too.
I pull out this like animal bladder. I like sort of
Alright.
like untie the top of it, and it fucking stinks.
Oh, alright, well.
I want to try that.
I'm up for anything once. Give me a little.
Oh,
I sort of pour a little bit out into your cup, and it's like liquid comes out, but also like whatever was fermenting also comes out too.
Oh boy. Well, down the hatch, and I just do it like a shot.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
disgusting.
Oh,
It's like old fermented like fruit in nuts and things.
Oh, I'm going to barf.
that was lovely.
Mm.
Enjoyed it quite much.
I think I'll pass. Rotten fruit doesn't
Yeah,
quite sit well
I'll,
with me.
I'll pass as well.
Right, so I think I'm down to like one glass of this jug left.
So
That
I
was sad.
stand the blonde, and then I pull my cup forward towards Thrick.
Jim, is this even alcoholic?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay,
is.
okay.
I pour some out into your cup. Some flops and things of crap falling out of the bladder, splash into your cup.
Possibly, almost literally poop.
Door in there.
Eyes and like pinch my nose and just down it.
How do you even make that?
Like you make any alcohol, you ferment it.
Aren't you supposed to take the chunks out after?
Stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best part.
I'll teach their own.
So it gets even a little bit later, even a little bit slower. It seems that the elven woman is currently like washing down the bar. The orc man comes out and kind of helps her out, brings her a plate of dinner, and she kind of sits down and starts eating. You do notice that the half-orc woman from earlier is actually sitting in the very, very corner of the tavern, just drinking slowly. The half-elven man sitting next to her, kind of chittering away as she's just watching.
Someone dare me to go over and talk to the elf and the orc.
I mean, I guess we should get some more information. We're going back to town tomorrow morning to meet with the half-orc, right?
And we need to decide
yeah.
where we want to go.
All right. Right. Well, I guess we'll ask her for more information there. I'd like to know a little bit more of the details of each of these killings. There's got to be some sort of pattern, right?
And do we listen to the half-elf and go far away, or do we stick close by?
To be fair,
I don't know.
he was a bit of a twitchy one, so I don't know if we can trust him.
For
Well,
once,
more
we're
money is
agreement.
always good.
We're going to be spending that on travel, on inns, on rations, on food, water.
Well,
Sure.
travel won't be too expensive. I've got a few friends around here.
I don't mind,
Alright.
Jimmy.
If no one's going to dare me, I'll do it myself. Towards the elven woman and the orc male.
What did you need? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm walking over towards the elven woman and the orc male.
What about? I didn't hear that first part.
Well, since no one's going to dare me to do it, I get up and just walk towards them.
Oh,
Daring
okay,
us not
okay.
to do it anyway.
Yeah, I immediately look over at Rivette. Does that mean we can dare him to do things and he'll do it?
For the most part, yes.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Well, if you dare us to jump off a cliff, that would be
We can play truth or dare.
Well, with him, it's
Yeah,
dare
so-
or dare.
Sorry. So you make your way over to him, and in the half orc woman that you haven't really gotten her name yet. He is just chattering away about anything you can think of, and she's just staring blankly in front of her, not even really noticing your existence, just trying to be like, I don't want to be here right now.
It's her. I walk towards the man and the woman that own the place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The elf and the orc.
Okay, I understand now. So as you walk towards the barmaid, she's currently eating, compared to the slop that it seems the orc makes for the rest, she's eating what looks to be like a nice loaf of bread with some nice cheese, and kind of like a leafy almost salad type, and she seems to be talking animatedly towards the orc, and he's just kind of grunting and just like yeah kind of and as you walk up, she stops talking and looks over to you. Oh, how can I help you?
I don't really need anything. I just wanted to let you two know that this is quite the lovely establishment you two run here.
Well, we appreciate it, don't we, Gru? And
I
she
helped
kind of
notice earlier, but are you two together? You look like a happy couple.
she gets this big old grin, and Gru, as much as an orc can, kind of gets a little smirk going on, and they kind of look to each other. You could say it. You could say that. Yeah.
Look at the elven woman, and I stretch my hands out about 6 inches, and then I keep going further and further until she acknowledges something.
Oh my god, you sick bastard!
What's he doing with his hands? I can't hear from here.
As
Oh god, you don't want to.
as you start, so you start about 6 inches, and it gets further and further, and it takes her a while to realize what you're doing, and you
Once
start to
I'm about,
freak
like,
out
a
as,
foot and a half apart. I just kind of shake my head and start back at 6 inches, and then go forward.
and then as you and then she's like, oh, you stopped a little bit too early. And as you go out past a foot and a half, you're like, no way, there's no way. And she's like, about right there. And your hands are almost spread from like as wide as they can, and there's just she's fucking with you.
Wow. I can't believe it. I mean, you don't look like you're walking with a limp or anything. I mean, you must be-
Roderick! Dear God, leave the poor woman alone.
Sorry, ma'am. I just had to do it. I was very curious.
Disgusting.
he
Gru
doing?
kind of looks to you.
Towards the table.
Gru the orc kind of looks to you, Roderick, and gives a wink, and then goes back to the
Oh.
kitchen.
Oh my god.
Leave with a bow.
Wait, who gave who a wink?
The orc gave Roderick a wink,
Oh, okay.
walking away.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Dick.
Yeah.
What? Okay, why is it every campaign we have a segment about orc dicks?
I don't know. I
We're not
think
the
that's
only
just-
ones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the.
That's D&D.
That's D&D.
Just orc dicks.
That's D&D in 2018.
Yeah.
D&D?
Yes.
Like this dick?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
Dungeons and Dick.
Table.
Dungeons in this dick?
Dicks and dragons.
My dad's downstairs.
Dicks and Dragons. Playing Dungeons and
Alright.
Dragons, huh? Mm-hmm. I heard you talk about Dick a lot.
No, the
I think we're hearing you, kittens. Or at least I didn't.
I just said that's per usual for Dungeons and Dragons games.
It's
Alright,
per
yeah.
usual for Sloat.
Fair.
Sloat and Jim.
So,
Oh god.
it's getting a little bit later now. What are you guys planning on doing?
Does this place...
Did we have rooms here?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
I'm not
Ah.
drunk. You're drunk.
As you go up to the elven woman, she kind of gives a smile. Our rooms have been sold out for at least the last couple days. Your adventurers, you tend to want to live in style, that's for sure. Gives me some good coin though. I do have a little bit space in the stables. I'll charge you 1 copper a piece for space in the stables.
Yeah,
Nice.
ooh, I don't
Anything
have a room either.
outside?
What was that?
I don't have a room either.
Yeah, none of you do.
Even though I was
Oh.
here a couple days ago.
You were here a couple days ago? I thought you would have been traveling. It took you a couple days to get here.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I hand her a copper coin.
Are we
Okay.
going to sleep
I-
outside?
I'll sleep with the lizardmen, yeah.
Yeah, I pass a copper over.
We're camping in a
stumble.
stable.
Yeah, I pass a couple over as well.
Okay.
Oh man, I haven't been keeping up with this one, and I signal over it. Cree, I need to step my game up. I'll have another ale. Well, when you have time. I mean, here's the
No,
copper.
she's finishing. She grabbed you another ale. That's another silver piece. You guys, there's still a couple people left in the tavern. Eventually, the half-orc woman and the half-elf exit the tavern, and it's really just you guys seeming to close up the tavern.
All right, the last ones. This is the way I like to exit.
So
I'll
eventually,
pour myself some cider again as well.
all right. So you guys have pretty much the last drink. It's probably hitting around 2 in the morning at this point. And you all head to the stables. Kind of, there's quite a few horses in here, but there's a lot of space. There's a little bit of a loft, and with some hay kind of in the loft. You all find your various spaces and make yourselves as comfortable as can be.
Actually,
fall
sleep
asleep.
outside of town. I don't use the stables.
Okay. Anyone that doesn't finds their
probably
own
not either going
accommodation. Eventually, you all wake up in the morning. It's really bright as you're all a little bit hungover, except for Claudia. She
Yeah,
didn't drink
Mephisto.
anything.
These are D&D
and
song
make your way back,
playlists.
to the
on
same
Spotify.
farmhouse that you were.
It's a bunch of collection of bunch of different stuff.
All right. So I am glad to see you all here. Actually, I will list where you guys can be. So give me a second while I list all of these in chat. Okay.
Yes.
Are you going to change the map as well?
Oh, I can't space or enter that song.
Does Alt enter work, kittens?
Shift? I think it's shift.
Shift enter.
Thank you.
Yep.
Talk about yourselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say anybody that slept in the barn last night probably would have seen Torga. The way she slept, at least last night, was so that they walked into the barn, and once everyone's situated and picks out their sleeping spots, Torga has Aegis sit down, Indian style, and she kind of crawls down off of his back, and then she pulls like a bedroll and a blanket out of his abdomen and lays them like in where his legs are, and it almost makes like this small little, almost like a cat bed, if you will, for a dwarf. And then she kind of just like snuggles down in it, and his arms are just like sitting on his knees, and she kind of like props some of the blanket or some of the bedroll up on one of the arms and uses it almost like a pillow. And it's this adorable sight where it almost looks like, you know, this large protector is kind of holding her in this Indian style sitting stance while she sleeps. That's how she sleeps.
She may purr it while she slept. Bird.
Sorry, say that again.
Purred.
She poured?
Oh, poured. I'm like, that's so
Purred.
cute.
She poured more drink for herself. She's getting fucked up.
No, purred. Like a cat. I'm sorry, my English is bad. Don't laugh.
No, your English is actually pretty damn good.
It is really
I'm like, it's better than.
It's better than my English.
I told her the same thing. She don't believe us.
No, that's great.
But yeah, she purred while she slept.
Rick sort of like curls up in a corner and pulls out like a really, really large feather. Starts like picking at it to make sure that it's not like bent or anything for a little while, and then just sort of puts it away and tries to go to sleep.
I see him with the feather, and I check that he doesn't pluck it off me beforehand.
It's huge. It's like a foot long, at least. What color are your feathers?
White with black tips.
Okay, this is actually like white with like an orange auburn tip.
All right.
Are
So-
all the cities that you listed on the map?
They should be. So, Kala is currently where you are now. Ezloth is going to be so if you look at Slilla, that's the human kind of run country. It's
Wait.
the island.
Map. I need to see the map.
It's in the journal
Yeah.
under
got it.
handouts. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll explain where all of these. Sardana is also in Ivrul. There's Lisal, which is just north of Cadena. There's Eslas, that is on the country of Gloria, way to
left.
the north. Dhaka is the only city of Zark. And then there is
over there.
Zlila, which is also on the human country of Slilla. And then there's Irritan, which is also on Ivrul.
So where is Kala? I can't see it.
Kala is not, that's the smallest city. It's actually not on the map. This is
okay.
all of the main cities. And you're actually not going to these cities specifically, but it's going to be around them. So,
okay.
there's like a main
You
city, and then there's
name the one that started with an O, kitten.
Oh, sorry. That one is to the north of Ivrul in the mountains. Onisa.
Oh, like all the way to the north?
Yeah. So if you look at,
I
kind
see
of
it. Yeah.
it looks like a bird.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
It's like a snake head.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Okay, I see
worm
it.
poking out.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay, wait, and you said the village we're in right now, Kala, is where on Ivrul?
It is
Zico?
That's right.
so
Something
it's
about Zico.
southwest. Do you see where the fork in the river is?
I don't see
There
a
is no-
river.
Oh yeah. You're right.
There's-
I have a different map than you guys. Okay, so if you're looking, so from the from Zico, it is 1, 2. It is like an inch south of Zico.
Directly south.
I'm really bad at inches. Sorry.
So
Are
it's
you
like
centimeters?
9 centimeters.
About 3 centimeters.
3 centimeters.
Okay. Yeah.
I can do both. We're fine.
Yeah. Good.
So yeah,
Gotta respect those international people.
I got you. Bio major, man. I use metric all the time.
Oh shit, right.
All right. So yeah. So at this point, if you guys want to discuss where you want to go, kind of any sort of rumors you've heard about each of these places, just ask me questions.
I've read a lot of books.
Is Kala like one of the places we could investigate?
Yes, it is. You would get no extra money for it. So if you go, the further out you go, the more money you'll get as a stipend to get yourselves there. And you might make more money, depending.
Well,
My Discord's acting weird. I'll be right back.
I've read a lot of books. I've heard a lot of things about a lot of places, but I've never really been to many of them myself. So I'd be down for whatever. I'm
I've
just
been
enjoying
mostly
the
on the
traveling.
main island.
Already here. Can investigate this town.
I'd want to.
it's
What
not-
about? Is this where the most recent crime happened? It would probably be best to be as close to the most recent event.
They all happen simultaneously.
Yeah, the half-orc said they all happen simultaneously, which is a little weird, huh? It's
It's
magic.
kind of strange.
It's got to be
Should have
magic
been
of
a
some sort.
coordinated attack or something.
It's got to be. So it's got to be some sort of magic too, right? I mean, unless you do it based off of the sun in the sky or the stars, how are you all gonna do it a thing at the exact same time across different continents? That's crazy.
It must be magic.
That's what I'm thinking. Anyone else have
Could
any
we just
bright ideas?
investigate here?
I mean, we could, yeah.
There's money if we're here.
Yeah, we get some traveling expenses and such, right?
Yeah, and we'll be spending it as we go. It's not.
No, but that's not extra pay.
But Broderick
It's
and
true.
I are both sailors, and as much as I don't like to admit it, we do have similar friends. Sailing won't be as expensive as it normally would be.
That's good.
After my failure here, I don't think I've got many friends left.
That's true. But
Oh, just want to travel on a ship.
because I'm not a self-centered dick.
Things. I do have a dick, but self-centered is definitely one of the things I am. Yes, you're not wrong.
To admit it.
So we're investigating here first then? I mean, some of the other teams are gonna go out to other locations, right?
Yeah, so you each get
There's
one
one location per
location.
team.
Yeah, each group is gonna get one location.
I mean, here's the thing. This place is already crawling with people. If there's anything to be found, I feel like it would have been found.
That's true.
I'm told if we look here.
And if something wasn't found, it's probably been destroyed or stolen at this point.
But isn't that the same for any of the locations?
Well, they called us all here.
I mean, it'll take us how long to get to those other locations? Like, well, that's the problem is still the same.
So yeah, it would definitely take you at least a couple weeks. Hold on. Let me Matt. If you're on a ship, it'll be way faster to get to any of the locations. But it would still at least take you a couple weeks travel to get to like LaSalle or Esles or those would be the two furthest.
And we're not
Zillow's
really
pretty
close
far.
to the coast, are we?
You're not too far from the coast. You're about probably, what did I say?
So Kitten,
One square is
where-
1 day's travel, so you're about 1 day's travel from the coast.
So kittens, where is the how much jungle is in Ivru? Like-
Just the very center. Actually,
Okay.
I will send you my map on Discord. Hold on, I should have put my map on there. I just didn't. 1 second.
Kittens, I'm willing to work with you if you want to try and get some sort of photoshopped digital version going. I mean, you wouldn't really be able to edit it unless you have Photoshop, but
I do not.
I don't know. We could try and make something work.
This is what I have of my map that I've made. Each square is 1 day travel.
Oh man, there's so much more to this map.
So yeah.
Hmm.
I see, okay. So we're like right there. Where are all the places? Lissal. Is Lissal the only one on
Yeah.
on that island that we want to investigate? Okay.
The only one that has multiple on it would be Ivril because of how large it is.
Did the human continent have 2?
So you see so Esla, which is kind of its own sort
It's like
of
an island off the
Yeah, that one, and then Zlila.
Zlila to the south. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we might as well just investigate here, right? I mean, if we want, it's up to you guys. I'm enjoying traveling. I'll go anywhere. But
I would
I
love
have a
to
feeling
travel
we'll be
far.
traveling with
Thinking
this.
about drawing straws.
I like new places.
Me too. Well, there are 7 of us. Should we put it to a vote?
I personally don't really care.
Actually, I don't either. So that means there's 5 of you.
Saying, I think yesterday they said they were drawing straws to determine who went where.
Yeah, so what you can do
Oh, that's
is
right.
if you guys want to be the last people to pick, you could be the last people to pick as well.
I almost like leaving it up to chance more.
Interesting.
Yes, let's leave it up to chance because that's
Alright.
That works for me.
interesting.
So, as the meeting sort of comes to a head, you see the half-orc woman kind of steps up and has 9 coins in her hand, but instead of they're 9 copper coins, and each one of them has a mark on the first. So there's one that has 1 mark on it, one that has 2 marks on it, one that has 3, all the way to 9. She kind of takes them in her hand and shakes them up and puts them into a small kind of bag, shakes them up again. All right, so who's picking first? My accent changed, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Alright,
So-
She put them in a bag.
Yep, she put them in a bag. So, which group is picking first? Are any of you stepping up?
Should we pick first, or should we just wait?
Let's wait.
I step up.
Okay.
You know what? I feel like
Oh,
this is the
nope.
most chance.
Lizard man already stepped up. And then... and then the pirate behind him.
Okay.
Looks like we're going first.
You two step up. One of the very large paladin steps up, and a scruffy human man with a very kind of gross beard would be the way that these people are all like. Some of them are very clean cut, like the paladin. Some of them are. You see a couple clerics in the group. You see some well-dressed druids, but the vast majority are kind of dirty mercenary types. And as you step up, Trick, you're first. So, I would like you to roll a D100 for me. Okay, so 34. Okay. So, you pull out a 3, which means that you'll get to pick third. Everyone comes up, picks their different coin.
I see how this
Oh,
works.
we were picking a city.
I know.
Nope.
This is not. I was misled a little bit. It's okay.
So as the one with the first coin steps up, and this is a very large paladin man again. We'll be staying here in Kala, and we'll be searching here. The kind of scruffy human man with the gross beard steps up. Hey, we'll be going to Daka and Zard. And then it's your guys' pick. You
Wait,
can
did that guy just say
abstain.
2?
No, so the paladin is staying in Kala. The second, the one with the number 2 coin,
Yeah.
is in Daka and Zard has been picked, and you guys are number 3.
Oh, right. Okay. Zard is the island
Con-
name,
is
right?
the
And Daka's the
country.
city.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I hold up the coin and I look at the rest of you and I go, I misunderstood what I was doing.
Me too, for being honest. They didn't
I know.
really explain that part very well, did they?
Oh, that's okay. We've already had some selections been made for us.
I knew we should have gone last.
Well, the closest
we-
two are Ethan and where did it go?
Irritan and Sardana, or yeah, those would be the closest.
Maybe we should just go the farthest that we can go. It would be fun to travel.
I would
Fun
like
is anything
just
that's
not
there,
to go to
it's pretty
Zilia.
Zelia?
You want to go where?
To Zilia.
Alright, well. I mean, I eventually need to go back to Kodena, but I'm not in any hurry.
I prefer going south.
Do we want to go with Iritan?
Puritan or Zilla? Wow, this is-
Anywhere south. I do not want to go northeast.
Well, the
Irritan would be
Do you have
okay.
something against
yeah,
the
the little one just said Zlilla's no good.
No good.
There is Ezla as well, to the south.
The island.
Basically, I'm trying to say I just don't want to go anywhere in the Codania right now, but
I'm not in a hurry. I do need to get there eventually. We don't need to go up there.
How about Irritan?
Yeah, let's go to Iritan. Sounds like it's...
sounds good. That's 3.
Puritan's
I'm good
fine
with that.
There you go.
Okay, Irritan it is. So as you kind of give your name, you walk up, hand her the coin. She hands.
What is her
you,
name? Did we ever get her name?
You never asked.
Who's handing the coin? Actually, you know what? Torga just shouts out randomly from the back. She's like, "Hey, ask her what their name is."
My name's fucking Cora.
Oh, it didn't have to be rude.
Cora.
Interesting name. What's it's very unfortunate.
She just kind of ignores you and hands you a sack of gold. Whoever is picking up, probably Thrick, because he had the coin, hands you a sack of gold.
I say, what do you know about what happened in Irritan?
That's where the home of 14 gnomes were. All killed the same way as these 5. So,
And how was that?
With their
these-
heads chopped off, obviously.
I'm just asking.
Well-
Just making sure that's the cause of death.
Found one too.
would you like to investigate the heads?
Can I just
Couldn't
ask
hurt.
her? She doesn't know?
Oh,
I was-
we're at that homestead with the,
Yeah.
the humans,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Torga
Yeah.
wasn't going over to investigate them, no. She was
Okay.
just asking the half-orc. Is the
Okay,
beheading, is that how they
uh,
died? Is that the cause of death?
we're thinking that the cause of death was the stake through the middle of the head first. and then
Oh.
cut the bodies off later.
Oh,
That's worse.
ew.
Much worse. Signs of torture on some of the bodies. We don't know if it was before or afterwards. But
Where were the bodies dropped? Were they nearby?
so their bodies were left or dragged back to their beds. In this case,
Back to
I
their
don't know
beds?
about
God, this is
Makes it appear that
satanic.
They've been decapitated in bed.
Mm,
That makes sense.
yeah, I'm not really sure. If you all and Irritan could be different. I haven't been there yet. I haven't really heard. All I know is that there are a whole bunch of dead gnome bodies.
Alright, well,
Kill gnomes.
So
They're
you-
so cute.
does anyone else have any questions? before we get started on our journey.
Was anything
You're
found here
seeing
that might be
suspicious
useful to us?
figures in
when
the
we
area?
Okay, hold on. Someone go first.
What's up, Shark Warp? What's going on? What's your question?
Suspicious figures in the area about the time it happened.
You'll have to ask the townsfolk there. I don't know. Our scouts that went never came back.
I notice anything strange here about the time it happened.
Some, but that's what I'm paying you all for.
In question, anybody here, and you're sending us all out?
Yeah, I have coin. It's what I do. I give people coin to do fucking work for me. That's how the world works.
Fair enough, but
There's no
it
need
feels
to
like
be
you wasted
rude
a lot of
about
time
it.
investigating here while waiting for adventurers together. Just seems like a way
I
to do
got
it.
here the same fucking time you did. Oh, go the fuck away. And she just kind of shoos you away as she moves on to the next person.
Very well handled there, Broderick. Top notch.
It was kind of a piss poor way to handle
Who
it. all.
waits 9 months to name kid Ali Ah?
Okay.
Right. So, is there anything anyone needs before we get
Not
going?
me?
Options, food, water.
How long's the journey?
Not too bad.
I have,
So you
I have rations
guys,
for 10 days.
you're about
Yeah.
6 days travel from here then.
6 days.
How much gold did we get?
Alright,
You
how
open
much?
the sack?
Yeah, how much gold did we get? I think Thrix got it.
Yeah, I think I'm holding the sack. I just toss it to whoever's closest to me.
Alright. In the sack is 140 gold pieces.
So are
Is
we splitting
rent?
that up? Are we splitting it up?
How do we want to manage our transportation funds? Someone gonna hold on to the
I
whole
want-
thing, or are we gonna
I-
split it up now?
I want coin. Let's split it up. I like shiny.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know any of you well enough to hold that kind of money for me.
Well, I think that it's clear we want to split it all up. I believe that's what, 20 gold a person.
Alright. Alright, so you have few options. So you can either travel by land, or you could head the wrong way, or you could head the wrong way, headed east, jump on the river, and then go through the ocean to Yerton as well.
Would it be faster just to stay on land?
Which would be cheaper?
So if you travel land,
We found our
depending-
Laura Bailey, ladies and gentlemen.
So, it depends. Are you guys getting horses? What kind of horses? What are you willing to spend? Ships? Like,
I
it's
probably
the
don't
same
know how to
thing.
ride a horse.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Shite.
I don't need a horse either.
Shite, can we get a wagon? I don't know if I can ride Aegis and then have him ride a horse. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Poor horse.
He might, yeah. He's quite heavy.
But, depending, like I said, on the speed of land travel versus speed of sea travel, sea could be faster depending what kind of ship you get.
Shall we look into a horse and buggy? I will help pay for most of the buggy because I'm going to need it.
I would also need the buggy.
Aye.
I mean, I'm not confident on a horse, but a buggy would be nice.
You're not comfortable near a horse. You have a bad experience.
Confident on a horse.
Oh.
I like
I'm a
horses.
sailor, I'm not a horsewoman.
Now, while we still have time and people are still picking places.
So you're headed back to town?
Yeah, actually, we gotta go back to the stable, right? Where we woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go inquire about a horse, at least one horse. Well, however many horses it requires to pull a buggy. And a
Okay.
buggy.
Yeah, and the buggy.
Alright, I gotta pull up my player's handbook, guys.
So does anyone need an actual horse to ride on, or are we just getting horses to pull the buggy?
If the horse is not too expensive, I can
Depends
get a
on how
horse.
big the buggy is.
Alright.
Yeah, that too. Because if we can all fit inside the buggy, then we don't need horses. But I doubt
Okay.
Shark Warp,
We're
who
going to
are you talking about?
Travel. We're...
And is the kid's name actually
there's
Ali-A? Ali
Thank
A?
you.
Or were you doing that so that I knew how to pronounce it?
All right, 157. Okay, so, let's see. So, a carriage or a cart, I guess, is what you guys would be looking for, right? Or a wagon.
Depends on how many people can fit in this thing. I mean, a cart's only 200 pounds. Right?
Yeah.
Wagon's 400.
Oh, shite. I think we need a wagon.
At least.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, since Aegis ain't a real person, he weighs quite a lot. Shit, I can't find my... Oh, it's on the front cover. Aegis weighs like 282 by himself.
Okay, yeah. You'd probably have to get multiple wagons. Each wagon looks like it only needs one horse to pull the wagon. Oh no, with people.
50 apiece.
With people on it though too. So it's gonna be 2 horses per wagon.
2 horses and...
So 2 wagons and 4 horses.
Yeah, is that what we're looking at?
This sounds like it's gonna be more expensive for something I don't need, and I just walk outside the stable and I start practicing juggling.
Is the wagon the most expensive thing? Or can we get something smaller? Like 1 wagon and then 1 thing that's smaller?
So the wagons are gonna be 35 gold pieces per wagon. And then the horses are gonna be 50 gold pieces per horse.
How much would a ship be?
That already breaks our travel budget.
Yeah.
What did you say?
How much would a ship be?
Depends.
Well, I have ship's passage as one of my things.
So
That
We
might
still
be our
have to
better
go
bet
east to the
then.
river.
Yeah, we would still have to go east to the... We'd have to go to the shore, right? We'd have to go over to the coast. So we're still gonna need horses to get there.
that's about a day's travel.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that that inflection at the end of my sentence? I'm not even talking in the dwarven shit, but it was like upwards reflection at the end. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, how long would it take if we just walked?
To the river or to Irritant?
Irritant.
To our destination.
It takes 3 days, or it's 3 days per square if you walk.
Per square.
From where you are right now, though, to the
Slow,
to the
if
river.
you're talking, I don't think we're hearing you.
2, 3.
I'm not talking. I think it's just I have to be on voice activity, so I might be catching some weird shit here and there.
So walking is
Gotcha.
3 days per square. But right now you guys are super, so it'd probably be about a day walking to get to the river, maybe a little bit more.
Wait, why do we keep talking about the river? I thought we were
Well,
south of
What's the
Chico.
walk to Irritant?
It is 3 days per square.
I don't know where we are though.
Yeah, I thought we said we
Um,
were south of Chico. Why do we keep
yeah,
talking about the river?
You're like 7. I'm marking. So okay. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4
Squares down
squares
from
down
Chico?
from
Okay.
Zico, and then 1, 2 to the right. is where
2
you
to the
go.
right. Okay, so we don't need to
Yeah.
go to the river. The river's on our east, and we need to go west.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, but were you saying that we could go
So
to
it'd
the
be-
river and get some sort of ship?
Yes.
I
And
see.
then travel that way is what I'm saying. You could do.
Otherwise, it'd
Or-
be like 18 days walking.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away?
Yep.
Basis
So
3
18?
days.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we might want to go get the ship.
Level 2.
Alright, do we know of any towns on the, do we know that there are towns on the river that would have ships for rent?
Yeah.
something?
There's
Not for
there's
rent,
a lot of different. Yeah, basically for charter, trying to catch passage to by working or whatever. Yeah, there's lots of different small towns and stuff. The biggest, like the cities you see on here, are the big cities, like the places you would go to, like I don't know, like it's like the capitals you would see on a map, basically. Like these are the cities of worth, but there's a lot of other small villages and stuff that are around.
Alright, so,
If I had my druthers, I'd say we avoid the water. Let me see if I can talk this guy down a bit on his price.
You in the damn water.
We're gonna have to.
Call yourself a pirate.
All right. So who is it? Is it just? Yeah, go for it. Wait.
It's
So
about 170 gold for 2 wagons and 4 horses to pull it.
who said they didn't need the cart? Kree, I know
Me.
you because you can fly. Who else? I thought someone else said
Oh.
that they didn't need a horse or cart. Because that didn't make sense to me. Yeah, I think everyone except Kree would need some sort of transportation if at least one of our parties getting transportation, right?
Yeah.
So we can't do
Wait,
like
why would Kree not need a horse?
because he can fly. He's a bird with wings.
How is that any less strenuous than walking?
Oh, good point.
Thermals.
What does that mean?
That's how large birds fly. They don't really flap their wings.
Oh,
They-
that's true.
They get to a height and then they ride the thermals.
What's your flying speed?
50 feet.
Oh yeah, you would be able to keep up with a draft horse. You'd probably be faster than a draft horse. Just barely.
So if we rest for a few, rest in between the, like, way to the Iritin, we could, or he could be without a horse. Right.
It would take about 18 days to get to Irriton with no horses.
I think maybe we should just walk east, find a city on the river, see if we can get passage on a ship.
I agree.
I know.
That sounds right.
I looked to Broderick. Torga looks to Broderick and says, "I know you don't want to go on the river, but I don't think we have the money or the willpower to travel east without water."
I will not touch the water. I can go on a ship, but I won't touch the water.
Besides, you're a captain. You can handle it.
I hate water.
Right, but like I said, if anything bad happens, it's not on my skin.
I'll protect you. Don't worry.
It's not me I'm worried about. It's
So
everybody.
if you're looking, it's going to take about 5 days travel via water, because each square is half a day if you're on ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's probably gonna cost a lot less, huh? I would much rather just stay on land and do this, but if we walk, it's a lot of time. If we ride,
course.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think the ship is the only acceptable bridge of the two, right? Does anybody else
Right.
disagree?
Well, it depends on how much passage is going to cost for that trip.
I guess. Well, we've got 2 people here that are familiar with docks. What do you think?
Sure, we can just try and stow away on some ship going somewhere.
Oh, I don't stow.
Maybe if it's
And
Irritant.
up until this point, by the way, I guess I forgot to mention this. You guys notice as you walk around town that this man that she's riding, it makes a lot of noise. It's like clinking of gears and like pistons going up and down, and he is not sneaky whatsoever.
Then I'm bitching at him. Everyone's like, "Can you keep it down? My head's pounding."
That's not to mention the chinking of chainmail that he's wearing on the exterior.
Hey, my bird friend has a point. It is
Sneaking
pretty
is
loud.
going
My
to be
head's
really
already
hard.
banging.
I'm sorry, I can't stow. Well, I don't make a good stowaway. Or maybe I do, but he just won't.
Maybe you can be a distraction.
And then you all ride the ship without me to the destination.
Of course not.
That's a possibility. We could do that.
You would say that.
I thought we were paying for passage.
Well,
Right,
Depends
but
how much it costs.
the slimy one here said maybe we could stow away.
Let's call it. Everyone can make a personal choice according to that.
I don't need to stow away. I know plenty of people down at the docks who would give us free passage.
All right, well let's.
I would
Well, then
prefer
you just
not to
became
go
my
away.
best friend.
Yes.
All right, so we're going east then. Gonna go find passage on a ship.
Yep.
Do that.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
and then we've got what, a 6 days walk to the river?
No, 1.
No, it's gonna be,
Oh,
so,
he did it over one.
if I don't know, it's gonna be about 1.
All right. Doesn't make sense to me, but all right, let's do it.
Or does everybody have plenty of food and water to get us there?
I have 10 days.
Aye.
Yeah,
I got
have
10 days of provisions.
Yeah, me too. I am also very excellent at hunting, so.
Oh, that's good. Well then, should we start? Let's go. Here, I'll lead. And just start walking in one direction. Not even sure if it's the right direction.
Make a survival check.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's a wisdom skill. That's not good at all. 13.
Okay. So,
Am I at least walking east?
yeah. You're walking east. As you start walking, everyone kind of falls in behind. Right now it's early morning. So there's a smaller kind of, not quite a road, but it's a well-worn path between Kala and the river, and you kind of make your way towards the kind of bend in the river that's closest to Kala. It's not too far. The walk is warm. You guys are definitely in the summer months of Ivril being a very warm place. Currently, you're not in the desert. You're just kind of in the plains. You walk through yellowish green grasses, and kind of there's a lot of wildlife around here.
Chime is
like what?
enjoying her time.
What kind of animals am I seeing?
You're seeing a lot of different kind of hawks overhead. You see squirrels, you see rabbits, you see a whole bunch of smaller creatures.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for predatory monsters like wolves and things.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, and
Can I make a survival check instead?
Yes.
Kree, you cut out.
Oh, great. 10.
Keith, what did you say?
Keith, you there?
Keith.
Uh-oh. Well, he's still in Discord.
Yes.
He hasn't been kicked yet. So, Torga,
He's deafened himself.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
Hey! Oh, no, wait, he's still deaf.
No, you're good. I heard him. Hey.
No, like, he can't hear us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he'll see the... Yeah, I definitely didn't spell that right. Torga... There you go.
I don't know how that happened.
Alright, cool. Go for it. You were gonna say something.
I was saying while we travel, I fly above the party and I keep an eye out for anything.
Okay, make a perception check with advantage.
Torga has pulled a small journal out of her pack, and he is kind of like just doodling in it, or writing. I guess nobody can really tell what she's doing, but she's just kind of scribbling in this journal, and it looks very wide-eyed and like so much animals and so much wildlife.
Doesn't look like we get out much.
Yeah, you could say that.
We've got that
Jimmy is
wide-eyed
just
look when I had
looking
my first
around.
look here.
Chime is skipping around happily.
Alright, so you watch overhead as Kree keeps an eye above you guys as you're walking. He kind of circles around watching. After about an hour or so travel, Kree, you do see off to the left in some of the fields there's a rather large snake. It's probably a good 100 feet away from you guys currently.
How big is the snake?
I drop down and inform everybody in the party of this.
Oh, how big was it?
It was probably about 10 foot long.
Oh, that's a big snake.
That's a big snake. It's a very large snake.
Maybe it's friendly.
I highly doubt that.
That
Eat a
large
snake.
generally aren't very friendly.
Wait, what did you
You want
say?
it?
I turned to Thrick. What did you just say?
You could eat the snake.
Do you eat snakes around here?
You can eat
not?
snake.
More specifically, do you,
You can eat anything when you're desperate.
but like you're a lizard, aren't you related?
Not a snake.
Oh, no, it's
Is that
snake.
racist?
You're a lizard. You know what? Fuck off.
First you have all this prejudice against me, Rabbit, and now you're having prejudice against the lizard man.
I'm prejudiced against you for a reason. I'm just curious about the lizard man.
Food is food.
Because of my skin, isn't it? It's because I'm a drow.
No, it's because you're a self-centered dick.
It's because you're dark.
Jumped off a damn shift.
I agree.
No. Excuse me, I'm red. You think I don't get prejudiced against? People call me a devil constantly.
You're a devil in the sheets, and I think we all know that.
Oh, fuck off! That was one time.
Okay, I'm going to walk over here now.
La
So
la 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 la. I am not listening.
are you all stealthing past this snake? Or are you
100 feet away? Oh, I guess you did say feet.
100 feet, yeah.
Jimmy would start
Should we-
try stealth away. Past it.
That's about 30 meters, I think, right? Is that
100
right?
feet, you said?
Yeah, it's about 30 meters.
I would say 30 meters is probably correct.
So can I try stealth past it?
If you'd like. Everyone can try
Yes.
stealth past it if you'd like.
I would like to try
Or-
and stealth past it.
Okay, I need everyone to make stealth checks that are stealthing.
Oh, we're going to try and sneak past it. Okay, well, here we go.
Oh, you're
All right, Aegis. Crouch down real short like this.
Oh, natural 20. Normal
Yay.
20.
Not a natural 20, a normal 20.
Am I doing it right? I think this is how you sneak.
Oh, honey.
Fantastically.
So,
Beautiful.
Aegis is like tap dancing.
Awesome
across
stuff,
the field.
so
Boom. Boom.
I think you guys may have misunderestimated how much I can't sneak. Let this be a lesson.
Kree flies up into the sky, kind of watching over you all as he sort of blends in with the kind of aerial life up in the sky. You watch as Jamae, is that how you say it? Jamae?
Yes, yes.
Moves over to the right opposite of where the snake is and jumps into the grass, crouching down low. You guys have no idea where she went. Kalaya, the kind of shadow that kind of drifts off her, wraps around her again as she also ducks into the grass. Rabbit, you do the same, following behind each of them, kind of ducking into the grass as you all are slowly moving forward.
I like to think of it in my head like Torga like leans over and says to Aegis like, "All right, Aegis, we're going to sneak. Now crouch down." And when she looks up, half the party's gone. It's just gone. It's just me.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just me and Thrick and Broderick just standing there like, "Oh,
Yep.
where'd they go?"
You all are kind of standing there out in the open like, what? Where did they go? As Aegis bends down, he goes to walk forward, and he's not human. He's an automaton. So crouch walking is not the
It's actually noisier.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and as he goes, you hear, and it's just awful. As you're all looking at each other, a very large constrictor snake comes out of the grass.
Oh, Aegis, say excuse me.
I need all of you guys to roll initiative.
Yay!
Stealth?
Charlie, he noticed us.
Oh.
The ones that are stealth are stealth.
Thank you.
Oops. I
That's all.
forgot to click.
Yeah.
Don't drag. God damn it.
Roll my initiative to put myself in the turn order.
Yeah, I need to do that as well.
How do you like that?
Would you like me to reroll using roll 20, Kittens?
You click on your token before you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kittens, is everyone rolling initiative?
Yes. Even if you're stealth, you're still rolling initiative. The snake does not see you, does not know that you're there, but you're still rolling initiative. You don't have to fight.
So do I get sneak attack?
If you are hiding, yes, you will.
Right, because I'm using
How do
my
I
shit.
roll it in roll 20 so that I can get it in the turn order?
You have to click on yourself and then select initiative.
Click on your self token.
Click on your token on the map.
Token, yeah.
And
Yeah, hold on. I'm actually going to be moving you guys to a new map. Give me a second.
Hey, how do you like that? I rolled 3 initiatives because the first 2 I could not get my token selected. I'm actually using Roll20 on 2 pieces. I'm using like it to show to the stream on my PC, and then I have it open on my Mac so that I can see like the chat constantly and my character sheets open. And I forgot to select my token on my Mac. But
Kittens, will you come show me how to do this really quick?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
So
Wait,
the
hold on a
rest of us
second.
like
this is not 100
going-
feet. That is 10 feet. I should be way back here.
yeah.
I'm going at least 50. I'm just doing that Russian dance right in front of the
Can
snake,
someone-
trying to sneak.
Can someone else see the map because I'm seeing all white.
You'll probably
That's what
have
we're
to
saying.
zoom out.
Have you scrolled around? There should be tokens on it.
Yeah, I see tokens, but I don't see the map.
Yeah, there's probably
Is
not a map.
initiative cleared?
It does look
I
like
see
it cleared
only-
to me, yeah.
I see only the snake.
You don't see the tokens either?
I see the tokens and the snake.
Oh, okay.
Nothing else.
Yes, that's what we all see.
Ah, okay, good. Oh, I have to roll initiative again? What? Why?
I don't know. We'll let Kittens let it tell us.
I will do that again.
I already have 2 18s. I
She
don't.
can't hear you at the moment. She's sitting back down.
Yeah. I rolled 2 nat 20s on my initiatives and only got 18s out of them. How do you like that? Dex score.
I want
That
to roll
is-
again.
Awesome.
Yeah. I re-rolled my. When I realized I could make this character as an actual mountain dwarf and not like some sort of weird custom race, I just re-rolled my stats. And I got really good numbers except for 2. So, and obviously Dex was my dump stat.
How do I? Okay.
Yay!
Does that work for the
Kittens, what's the rules on flanking in this campaign?
advantage on flanking?
Are we re-rolling the initiative?
Up to you guys. If you want to keep the initiative you had, you can.
I'm keeping
I-
the one that I have now.
I'll
Yeah.
keep mine.
I mean, mine were basically identical, so.
Because
Why
I
are
got the
we-
better one this
13?
time.
Hold on. Why is there? Hold on. Okay, so do those.
So
Okay,
how
is that
close-
everybody? Okay.
No. Can you add some of us to the initiative, Kittens, manually by right-clicking and add to turn? And
Who are?
then, so at least me. I heard a couple other people say they want to keep theirs, but can you put me in as an 18?
I got removed again.
You're an 18.
Really? Wow. Okay.
My turn order, I have Kalaya, Kalaya with 21, Thrick with 19. I have the Boa Constrictor with 18, Torga with 18, Jamae with
I have
15, Broderick with 15, and Robert with 10.
I see only 4 people.
I see
Yeah, I only see 4 as well.
I can't see all of them.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
when you moved us to this map, Kittens, all of our turn orders cleared.
Okay.
Obviously
Because I
yours
went
did.
After.
Really weird. How do I fix that?
Clear the.
I mean, you could just clear it again. The snake has an 18, and the rest of us can remember our numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can just add it.
Yeah, if you just right-click on each of the tokens, there should be a menu that add turn, I think is what it's called, or add to turn order or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll just have to click on the 0 and enter them all manually.
Hey guys, we're learning things.
It's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually. In a couple of sessions, we'll all just be like up in the turn order automatically. I'm.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Everybody.
Isn't it session 0 anyhow? We're supposed to be working out the bugs.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I can edit my own
so-
turn order. I think. Oh, nope. Maybe
Yeah. Everyone can edit their own.
not.
I'm sure.
Nope. I can't type. I can click into the box, but I can't actually type in it.
Uh,
Mine.
yeah. Everyone.
I think if someone
Oh,
else
I'm
is
sorry.
editing it,
Never mind. I'm using 2 computers again. I'm
Yeah,
getting
and
my
I
mouse and
can't
keyboard
even
mixed
click.
up.
I can't even click mine.
What's yours, Keith?
16.
So is there going to be?
Should be there. Should be a map right now.
I see
Right,
only-
but she's talking about a background, like a layer underneath.
Oh.
Probably not.
I don't have
JK.
a layer. No.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a-
Kittens has to set this up for every single encounter. So if she has a random encounter like this, it's a lot easier just to use a blank grid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Can you
So-
position us?
as a note, question: how far away are we from this thing?
That's gonna be my question. So, this thing is coming out of the grass here. So here, you guys are kind of in the road. All of you guys are somewhere over here. Your overhead, you can put your wherever you guys want to be. Just let me know.
I'm gonna be over here.
Can we back up a little bit? This motherfucker, I thought he was 100 feet away. I'm
He
real close.
was,
Okay.
but as you guys were talking and trying to stealth away,
All right, fair
he
enough.
slithered up
All right, I can deal with that.
out of the grass.
All right,
Okay.
let's fucking do
Is
this.
everyone else
Ah!
on the road? In the road? Like, am I in the road right now?
You are. You can position yourself anywhere within the 3 spaces of road.
Oh. Did he come out into the center of the road? You should use the paintbrush tool and just draw a roll. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just don't make it look like a dick.
There you go.
Yay.
What a pretty road.
Okay, cool.
I think it's prettier than Butch's dead horse.
Hey, you know what? Actually, you know what's funny is I thought you were gonna say my road, and that's why I was gonna be like, hey, the road was fine, just the horses weren't great.
Okay.
Yeah, the horse is very kind of bad.
Alright, so, first on the initiative is Kalaya.
Okay, I think for now I'm actually just going to attack with my crossbow.
Okay.
And you said that we can roll the damage die as well, correct?
Yeah, and you have advantage because you are hidden
Stealth.
from it, so you do get advantage.
You can't hear.
We can't hear you, Kalaya.
Hey. No, I was Cree. Said in the chat.
Happened again.
And now, as soon as
Okay.
the first thing I heard was I can't hear, but I hadn't heard anything in quite a while.
We're good.
Kitten,
Yeah,
what is 18 plus 4?
22.
So does that hit?
Very much so.
Okay, so it will be 7 damage.
Okay. So, as you pop out of the grass, kind of standing up over to be able, and you release a shot. It sticks into the side of its body. The bolt kind of sticking into the side as a trail of kind of dark reddish blood starts to come off the side. You are no longer hidden. You're no longer stealth.
Okay.
You have a bonus action if you'd like it.
I'm afraid free to use my spells currently, so I'm not gonna take a bonus action.
Okay. So how do I
Level
measure?
2. Level 2.
Level 2. Alright,
How do I measure?
The little thing that looks like a comb on the left side in the tools. There's a little toolbar on the top left. Yeah.
I thought that was a ruler.
That's what it's supposed to be. To me, it looks like a comb.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it does.
I run away into the grass, and then I turn around and I cast Guiding Bolt on it.
This fucker ran away. Oh shit! Watch out for that bolt.
damn it, how do I whisper people?
Slash W, kittens.
Radiant.
Yeah.
You had it right. Just slash first.
Gotcha. Okay. I was testing it anyway. Okay, so 12 radiant damage.
Damn.
And the next attack has advantage, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Alright, so that's 3. It is the giant snake's turn.
The turn order isn't changing.
I don't know how I do that. How do I?
It should just be a little arrow button at the bottom of the turn order. There you go.
Hey! Okay. The snake is going to move up just a little bit more, and it is going to try and constrict you. Aegis and... Alright. So it's a melee weapon attack. 20.
That
Not
hits.
natural, just a regular. Alright. Gotta find my d8s here. So 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fucking Christ.
Holy shit.
And you are currently grappled.
Alright.
That's a lot of points for second level.
That's what I'm saying. That was exactly half my health points. And I
That's
figure that
all
I'm
my
probably
health.
one of the most healthy people here, because my fucking con mod's huge.
I thought you were a
Well-
cripple.
Well, I'm riding a dwarven automaton though.
Fair.
He's pretty hardy.
Alright, and it is Torga and Aegis' turn.
A grappled creature speed becomes 0, and I can't bone it. Okay, condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated.
Yep.
So I can still attack, just at disadvantage, huh?
The first attack gets advantage.
Yeah, so
The
that should
first-
cancel
yeah.
out.
Wait.
And actually
Oh,
doesn't
right, it
say
would cancel out.
that you have
And that's true, it doesn't.
disadvantage.
It's just all about
No.
speed. I
Yeah.
can't move.
So you're thinking either oh shit, restrained. That's
Yeah.
different.
Yes,
You're
yes, yes.
just,
That's
like
okay.
yeah. So you actually have advantage on this attack.
Okay, what's
'cause
this
you're
last
just
one though?
right
It
next
also
to them.
ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach. Oh, that's right. I'm only level 2 though. Fuck.
Yep.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna take a swing at it then. So
Okay.
what you see though, what all the rest of you see, is Aegis wears these really big steel gauntlets, almost reminiscent of what Torga wears with the wires that come out of them. And so Torga pulls her hands up, kind of like in a boxing stance, like she's ready to fight. But one of her hands almost looks like a karate chop. Like it's really strange because one of them's a fist and one of them's a karate chop. As she does that, Aegis' arms both come up and reflect hers like a mirror. On the left arm, the gauntlet's real fat for some reason on the top of the gauntlet, right? Suddenly, these iron, they're like iron bands, come like ejecting out of the gauntlet. And they come out and they go ching, 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 and they make this huge shield. And it essentially looks like a chitinous shield, where it's like iron slats laid on top of one another, and they all just kind of compress, inwards. And on the other side, there's this big axe blade head kind of sticking out of the bottom forearm of the right forearm. That bitch swings out and encompasses the right hand, her right hand that was in the karate chop pose. And now her hand is essentially a fucking axe. And she takes a step forward and just swings down at this snake's head.
Alright.
I roll my battle axe for a 10. Oh wait, advantage, 14.
Hits.
14 hits, hell yeah.
It is not a hard thing to hit.
11 slashing.
Alright, it does have a lot of hit points though.
Oh, damn.
Alright. So it's starting to look pretty rough at this point. As you take your battle axe, you swing across, and where it has grappled you, it now has a large line of just red coming up from where the large snake is.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. YOLO, first episode, let's go hard. Action surge,
Okay.
I'm gonna swing again.
Alright, swing again.
15.
Hit.
7.
Okay.
And that's
Still
it for me.
Alright. You bring down your axe again, slicing the same point. Kree, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna fly down to land right behind its tail with my longsword in 2 hands, and I'm going to take an attack.
Yep, with advantage.
$22 to hit.
Hits.
For 7 damage, and then as a bonus action, I'd like to equip my shield.
Okay. So, as you bring down, you take the longsword, stick it in the body with both hands, and draw back, and some of the meat of its back is currently played open. Blood is spraying everywhere. It's looking pretty rough at this point. Alright, Jamae.
Can I move before I show myself the snake?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will be still in the stealth mode, even
Yep.
if I move a little. Okay.
Mhm.
So let me. Oh wait, I'm going to. I can move over here. Yes.
Yep.
And then I will attack the snake with my longbow.
Alright.
And I have the stealth at what was that?
Advantage.
Yes.
Alright, 21 hits. Roll your damage. And you just click longbow.
Yeah.
Alright, for 5 piercing. Anything else you want to do?
No, I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright, so you watch as the tabaxi comes out. You do reveal yourself though. So
Yeah.
as you reveal yourself, you pop out, let loose an arrow, and it goes into one of the eyes of the snake. It thrashes back and forth as Broderick, you are up.
So I'm gonna pull a dagger out from my coat, kind of close one eye, tongue sticking out, and I'm gonna throw this dagger at its head.
Okay, roll the attack.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
So let's see, that's going to be 7 plus 2, 9 piercing damage from the dagger.
Okay.
As I threw the dagger, I'm gonna charge at it with the cutlass in my offhand and swing at it.
Okay, roll the hit.
9 to hit.
9.
Does not hit.
Ah.
All right.
9.
So as you go, the dagger sticks into the other eye as it kind of goes up and hisses as it kind of thrashes back and forth. At this point,
I had advantage on my
Revette.
cutlass.
Okay, so I'm gonna come up. Hang on, wrong button. Okay, I'm gonna come up right up next to the snake and
Okay.
use, where did it go? Thunderclap on it.
All right.
Yes, Thunderclap. And it's within 5 feet, so everybody should be okay.
You should be good.
Hang on, let me get spells. I'm so used to having it on the regular page.
Or thunder wave.
No Thunderclap. It's from Xanathar's.
Oh, okay. 12 does hit.
Okay. So, hang on.
Well, it doesn't matter because that kills it. How do you want to do this? I had 2 HP left. So.
Well, 1d6 thunder damage.
Hey, yo.
Let's have the head explode. Yes.
Hey, just for future reference, when you use this spell, because this is very important, everybody within 100 feet of you has to make a con save now. And if we fail it, we take...
It says within 5 feet.
Well, the self is... You cast it on yourself, 5 foot radius. Wait. Yeah, but it says you create a thunderous sound, which can be heard 100 feet away.
Each creature other than you within 5 feet of you must make a con saving throw.
Oh, I might be reading. I am on the wiki. Yeah, I am on. I'm not looking this up in the book. I was looking on the wiki, and it could be wrong.
Also, as future reference, it doesn't require a spell attack. It's just a save. You actually make a DC 13 con save. It's not an attack, so you wouldn't be rolling a D20.
I just put this in from Xanathar, so like I have no idea if I actually put it in right.
Because you notice once you actually put in the attack, once you clicked it, then it said DC 13 con save. You need to set it up so that it doesn't make an attack roll, but that it does have a DC.
This one.
The box.
I don't know.
that
It's
includes
confusing.
the attack roll.
It failed its con save anyway, so.
So then it won't take damage.
No, it failed, so it did take the 3 thunder damage.
Oh.
You explode it from the inside, its head basically becoming paste. Beej, so I did read the spell. It can be heard from 100 feet away.
Yeah.
It only is affected within 5 feet.
Yeah, that's a little tricky on the wording, but I agree.
Yeah. So, like, within 5 feet, it is like a blast of sound that can blow out your eardrums. But within 100
So
feet,
it's not like thunder wave, which is like 15 feet around the caster, and anyone stuck in it's fucked.
No, it's not, because I have both of those.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna have a thunder wave party eventually.
Alright. Hey, you guys killed it. Good job, guys.
Yay!
Woohoo, level 3, right? Kappa.
Keeping track of XP. You guys will gain. Hold on.
What did we start at?
I think we're at 900. Or no, I'm sorry, 300 for level 2?
300, yeah.
That's what I thought.
You each gain 64 HP. Or 64 HP, 64 XP.
What, Xander?
64.
I've got your voiceovers right here, Jimmy.
64 added to what?
300, I think. Here,
I
let me-
can double check. Hold
Yeah,
on,
I was-
I have it. I actually have it written.
So we also have
starting
164.
Is that 64
so-
each or 9 each?
64 each. Added to 300, so you guys are all at 364 XP. Your next level up is at 900.
Yes.
Level 2.
Level
be
2.
Long trek forward.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and there's
It'll be
more
fun.
people in the party now, too, which means our leveling up is gonna go slower.
Or we just gotta kill more shit.
I agree with that one.
I vote killing one.
I walk up to the fallen snake creature and pull my dagger out and said, "Hey, I think we make a pretty good team, don't you think?" And I clean the blood
Can
off
I
the dagger.
pull my bolt out?
So you pull out your bolt. Yeah, it looks alright. And it's covered in gross snake blood, but
I'm going
We're
to
going
go
to
and
a river, right?
go up to the snake and pull out my arrow out of its eye.
you easily recover your arrow.
Yeet.
Okay.
Torgo, are you hurt?
I am not feeling great.
I'm gonna sort of like tap you with the end of my my quarterstaff, which is a reptilian skull, and cast Cure Wounds on you.
That skull kind of scares me, but that felt really good.
9.
9.
Rick, didn't you say you wanted to eat this thing? You think we should skin it and take some of its meat, or?
We have time.
Probably make a good stew.
Anything once.
So you guys want to try skinning it?
I am good at that, I think. Wait, let me check.
It would be a survival check. Survival or nature, depending.
Well,
either way.
I have favored enemy. Wait, no, natural no, that is.
Yours would be survival, I think.
Okay, so will I do it, or does someone else want to do it?
I think you're doing it, and Broderick is assisting you, which means you get advantage.
Okie dokie.
Damn.
21. All right. And it's a very large snake. So Jamae kind of sits down and points to Broderick where to put the cutlass and how much pressure to put on it. As she starts peeling back, he watches Broderick slide the cutlass underneath, peeling out a large strip of snakeskin, and then doing it the same way. Large strip of snakeskin over and over. It'll probably take about an hour and a half to clean it and roll it up. It's going to be heavy.
Do we take any of the meat?
If you'd like, you can cut up the meat. That's all in the hour and a half of preparation. So you guys can all take a short rest, other than Jamae and Broderick, who are currently skinning the snake.
Can I collect the bones of the snake?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, can I get a little bit of this? Just a little. Like, I just want maybe like one small bone and a little bit of its hide.
I'd like a little meat and one tooth.
I'm not the cook. You guys can keep
Oh
all the
no,
meat.
there are 8 teeth. The head was exploded.
I don't need any of the skin. I just want the meat. Snake meat is niche.
Hey, Thrick, what's the best way to prepare snake meat?
Stew.
Yes.
Eat it raw?
So you're in the stew then?
Eat it raw.
Eat it tonight. Plenty of food.
Keep your nasty chips.
So the amount of hide that you gather, usable hide that I'm assuming that you guys either want to sell or try to use for armor, you can gather up to about 100 pounds of hide.
Holy shit.
I don't know if
Can I just get one? I just want 1 pound of snakeskin. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm good on the hide. I just want some meat, and if I can find an exploded tooth somewhere.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I have a quick question. Where do we, if we get something, where do we put it? Do we put it to equipment or treasure?
Either way. Depending, equipment is more for like armor or different kinds of tools. Treasure would be like gems, valuables that you might want to sell.
So snake skin and meat would be good to put to
You put
treasure.
it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Or maybe, or
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
really
matter.
up to you. It's really
Okay.
up to you.
I used the short rest to use my cunning artisan feature to make 4 darts out of
Okay.
the bones of that snake.
Dude, I'm watching
And
this
I-
go down.
And then I hand them to Broderick. Good at throwing.
Man, that,
Sure, appreciate this. They'll go to good use.
Kree, you don't find any
I
teeth
assumed.
or tusks. No. You're looking around, it looks like the head was pretty much just destroyed.
So how much meat do we get? Because that's all Janae wants.
It is, I mean, it's a lot of meat. It is basically as much as you guys want to carry. This creature is huge. It is not large, it is huge. Which means it's probably 1,000 pounds of snake.
So how much would let's just ask, how much would we need for a good stew?
For a good stew, I mean,
probably not a lot, right?
About a half pound a person, something like that.
Yeah, about a half pound a person. If you really want to make a lot, a pound a person, so like 7 pounds.
Okay.
So depending on how many days you want.
And do we have a weight limit?
Yes, it's 10 times your strength score.
And I think Roll20 will actually tell you when you get overweight. I think it's set up by default to do that. But it should tell you.
Beyond does it too.
Yeah. So
because I already have 115 pounds. I don't think this is. Is this correct? I have no idea.
10 times your score, huh? I'd be able to carry 170.
Let me see. Yeah, it does
Because
seem that you have 115.
But I've added like everything that I got from
Yeah.
my background and.
Why does it's 15, not 10.
Not 9 pounds though.
Yeah. It's your strength score multiplied by 15.
Oh, by 15.
Yes.
Okay.
So if that's why we're not over encumbered yet, that's probably why.
You can carry 150 pounds.
Okay, but did you say that Explorer's pack shouldn't be that heavy?
I don't think the Explorer's pack is 59 pounds.
Well, I dragged it from Roll20, so.
It might be. There's a lot of stuff in there. I drug everything out individually from the compendium, like my bedroll, the backpack, and stuff, and.
It does say
it could be. A bedroll's 7 pounds, a backpack's 5. You're already up over 10 there, so it could be. Torches are like 5 apiece.
So like 1 pound is like half a kilogram, JK.
Okay.
I thought it was...
Well, I'm going to take.
I can carry some of that meat if you need. You don't have to carry it by yourself.
I'll take 5 pounds of the meat.
Okay.
All right, here I'll take.
We're going to eat it anyway, so.
I'll take 2. I don't know much about cooking, so I can't cook it myself, but I'll take some. I grab up like 2 pounds of snake meat.
Yeah. So you basically take all of what you guys want, and yeah. What would you like to do? Probably keep headed off towards the river. What's up?
How do I change my scores in the character sheet? Like, it won't let me put my strength past 1.
Are you trying to put the score in the big box or the tiny circle?
The big box?
No, the big box in the sheet is for the modifier. That's probably why. So you need to change the score in the circle, and then the modifier will happen automatically.
I think that's stupid, because I think the bigger number should be there.
Well, here's the thing.
You use your modifier more often, that's why it's bigger.
I agree, though. I think the bigger numbers should be in the bigger boxes.
You use the modifier.
Yeah, when we started last summer playing D&D, I thought it was stupid too. I was like, why isn't the bigger number in the bigger area? Duh. And then I realized, like, you almost never need to know what your actual score is. You consistently need to know what your modifier is. So putting it in larger text makes it easier to read. Is essentially the idea.
That. I'm just a little OCD about numbers, and it makes more sense in my broken brain.
I think
I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
It'll make more sense the more comfortable you get with it.
I'm sure we will get comfortable with it. Maybe.
All right. Well, we still got daylight. We should definitely hit the road.
I agree.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
I jump up and take watch again from above.
All right. So, as you guys
moving around, like a happy cat.
So you watch as Janae kind of pounces around after various. What are you doing?
What the heck? Language proficiency.
As she jumps around ahead, you guys walk. It's getting about dusk. before, as you guys kind of set up camp, you probably have a couple hours left of travel at least around dusk. So if you guys want to set up camp or continue on, it's all up to you.
Here's the thing, I'm willing to continue all night. I can see just fine. To be honest, I like this time of day a little bit better anyway.
So, which of us have dark vision?
Not me.
I don't.
I have the light spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the light spell too, but I don't have dark vision.
I also have torches.
I think 4 of us have it. Jim, Keith, and I want to say Ariana. Are you human? You may or may not
Yeah,
have
I'm
it.
human.
Okay, so humans don't have it. So then I think the other 4 of us do.
No, I don't.
No, sorry. Yeah, you were one of the 3 that don't. You and Jim and Ariana don't have it. The rest of us do. I had to know because I set up the vision for our tokens.
All right. So are you guys gonna continue on or set up camp?
I mean,
If someone wants to rest, then we can rest, but
I'd rather camp, but if we move on, I'm gonna take to the ground and I'd cast light on my shield, so I had a light-bearing device.
You risk exhaustion if we don't rest.
aye.
I say we rest after we get to where we're going.
Well, I guess it was only like 1 day's travel, right?
yeah. So if we just rest when we get there.
And we'll just be
Like
coming
in a
into town
tavern
like
or
super
something.
late at night.
Yeah, probably
No.
about the middle of the night.
Short rest.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of
So,
us did just have a short rest. She's right, yeah.
Sure. All right. So who is heading the perception check now that it's getting about nighttime?
Not to me.
I can do one.
I mean, I'll cast light on my shield and I'll
Okay,
at least assist.
Okay.
Beej, one
Uh,
question.
so,
Shouldn't the hunter be able to
Jimmy,
just
you
take
kind
the
of,
snake apart?
uh,
Skins, tail, head, meat,
Hold on, I gotta
whatever
sneeze.
was in its belly. Just thinking this could be sort
Ow.
of real fast
Okay.
based on that hunters know how to field clean
You guys
kills.
start
Maybe.
heading to the dark, keeping track of the path, easily staying on the path.
It's all up to the
as,
DM.
You all follow Jume as she very much hops from kind of grasses on one side to grasses on the other, keeping track of what's around.
Does the eyes of Tabaxi glow in like dim or darkness like normal cats or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, because that would be like her eyes glow, like not glow, but they
So-
have the same clothing.
Alright, so
that cats
we're-
have.
As
Which
we're
is-
walking, I noticed that Torga looks still a little beat up, so I just throw a healing word at him real quick.
Her.
Sorry.
Yeah, as we're walking, so we're just continuing on until we reach town, right? Is that what we all
Yeah.
decided? Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing Kree light up his shield, Torga goes, "Oh, yes, here, I've got something for all of us, and might help. Aegis, lights, and those like crystalline like eyeballs essentially that are on the helmet, the face of the helmet, oh, never mind, I can't do this yet. Fucking level 2! Never mind, I take it all back. He's gonna have headlights, so you guys will just wait for it. He's gonna have headlights. But I can't do it, I forgot, I don't get spells until level 3. Oh, I feel much better all of a sudden.
Okay. Probably getting around to the village probably around 4 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning.
I thought you said we only had a few hours left after dusk.
Yeah, probably like 3 in the morning, I would say.
8 or 9. That's why I said we should keep going, otherwise I would have said we rest.
It's too late now. We're here.
You're there.
It was
You
that late.
eventually So you guys make your way in, find a tavern. There's kind of older gentleman kind of tending the bar, wiping it down. He kind of has a book open on the side as he's mouthing the words very slowly. It seems to be looks to be a children's book. As you enter.
What are you reading there?
I don't know, some book my daughter gave me. Said I should learn how to read. I don't know what fucking reading's gonna do.
I'll make you smarter. I've read many books.
Useful skill. You learn so much.
From a book.
No. What you said? What book?
Yeah.
It seems to be kind of like a Cinderella type book, like a fairy tale.
Aw.
Oh, that's adorable. I mean, it's very manly. You should keep going.
What the fuck ever? What do you fucking want? Do you rooms? I'm assuming.
I don't know. Where are we? I wasn't paying attention.
You're currently at a city on the side of the river.
Right, but have we walked up to a building? Where is this man sitting?
You're in a tavern.
Oh, we went inside. Okay.
Yep. I had assumed. If you guys want to sleep outside, you can too.
Oh, I want a drink. I'm always down for a drink.
I'd
Easy
like
enough.
to pay for a room.
Okay.
Yeah, do we
I'll
have
take
empty
one.
rooms?
I'll take one of each. A drink and a room.
All right. 1 silver piece for the drink. 3 silver pieces for the rooms.
I hand over 5. Tell him to keep the extra.
Appreciate it. All right.
How many people sleep in a room?
Tea and a drink.
I'm gonna have my own room.
Yeah,
I
I don't
can
know.
share a room.
I don't know any of you well enough yet. I got my own room already.
I
The
can
person
share a
I know
room.
here
It's like a
well enough to
sleepover.
sleep with, I won't.
It's like a sleepover.
All right. I'm sleeping with the cat then. Let's do this.
So it's
Oh, that's what he said.
one silver piece and wait.
No, it was
1
3
silver
for a
piece
room.
How
Three
do
for
we
the
split it? How do
So
we split it?
I will put
it
out 2 silver.
10 silver to a gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, 10 gold to a platinum.
So Chime and how do you say
Torga.
Torga? We give 3 silver
Yeah.
pieces.
I dropped 2
Okay.
silver.
Yeah, and I do 1.
Oh, can I get an ale, please? Whatever you think is your best.
He kind of pours an ale.
And I'll buy that for him too.
Oh, okay.
Her, sorry.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna give you my 3 silver pieces and then actually go to my room.
You get a small brass key into your hand as you go up to the room.
Oh, here.
Which of us get
Ju-
the key?
Oh, I'm handing it to you. Here you go.
Oh,
You
okay.
hang on to this.
Okay.
You like shiny things, right? You'll keep it safe.
Yeah.
All right, Broderick and Rivette.
I'm not sleeping with
That's what you say. Should we share a
you.
room?
No, I'm not sharing.
Oh,
I
come
think
on.
we
It'll
should
help
do
you
that.
mend this fence.
I don't plan on mending this fence.
She's really mad at you, pal.
I mean, it's not healthy to be mad.
It's not healthy to be left abandoned on a ship, but look, here we are.
She's got the point.
Yeah.
I'm fine
Like I
too.
said, no, my
All right, so
my-
hold on. I have one.
want
I have
my
a.
trust back. You earn it.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Hey, are we? So wait. This is still like 4 in the morning or something. Super late, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess I took my tankard up. Should we go to our room?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish the 1 drink and then head up. So
Alright.
I'm just gonna take my tankard with me.
Last year on this whiskey.
So there's only 1 room left.
Hey, where's the lizard guy? I don't think he followed us in here. You think he's sleeping
Not
out?
go inside.
Do you think he's sleeping outside? He seems to like nature a lot. Anyway, all right. I'm turning in for the night.
Me as well. Goodbye. See you in the morning.
All right. So everyone.
Morning. I'm sleeping till midday. I'll see you then.
Okay. All right. So, Rivette and Broderick, what are you guys going to do? There's one room left. Who gets it?
I set my coin on the table. I'll take that room and the whiskey.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Fine, take it.
4 silver pieces. And then, Rivette, are you just getting a drink?
Just a drink, yeah.
1 silver piece from you. You can sleep in the stables for a copper.
Do that.
Okay, and a copper piece. And you go out and sleep in the stables. Alright. So, you guys wake up the next midday. As you wake up, breakfast is
Earlier
served
than
if
everyone
you
else.
stayed. What did you say?
Earlier than everyone else, because I just need to meditate.
Yeah. So, you meditate for your 4 hours. Eventually everyone comes awake. Lunch is served for those that stayed at the tavern. But other than that, you are more than welcome to explore the village.
I'll have the fish, thanks.
Okay, yep, you have fish.
I can share my food with someone who wasn't sleeping in the tavern.
Alright, so what are you guys going to do?
So this is like a small town on the river.
Yeah, like a small village.
So you two know
What's
your
the-
way around the docks.
I can go try and veer us a ship.
I could use some sea air. I'll take the walk with you.
Jimmy takes a bread from the if there's a place where you get bread, and takes one slice of bread and goes with the others to get a ship.
Alright, sounds good. Are you all going, or just the 3 of you?
As you guys are leaving, Frick will kind of like skulk out of an alleyway and join you.
Oh, there you are.
I wondered where you run off to.
Alright, so those that are going to the dock, kind of gather together. The docks are
Is there
really
anyone
small.
not going to the docks?
I would probably hang back and wait until there was an actual ship.
In the tavern?
Okay.
I think I'm just
Well,
going.
until they came back and said that there was a ship.
I mean, if you're just staying here, I'll stay with you. All right, so we are not. Ariana and I are not going to the docks. At least the 2 of us.
Okay.
And slow.
Slay and
Something might be
Reddit.
up with your. I don't know. Something.
It's a Chromebook using voice activity. It's probably not great, but I left my laptop charger at school.
So I'm using my cell phone.
I'm using my cell phone as well.
I'm using my cell phone.
Hey, cell phones!
Hey, I'm on a laptop.
I'm using a Sheikah slate, so you can all suck it.
Ooh, look at you, fancy.
There you
ass.
go. Alright. So everyone that's going to the docks, you make your way. There's a few ships. Mostly fishing ships. But a couple of cargo. They don't look extremely fast. But they do look pretty cheap.
So, do you know anyone who would give
Do
us
I
a
know
ship?
anyone, kittens? Do I
Make
recognize anybody?
a perception check. So you don't notice by face, but one of the I guess the answer, or the it's like a deckhand kind of, currently kind, or like a dockhand. You look and you see on the neck tattooed is the symbol, one of the symbols of the Jico Isles. just peeking out from the collar. If you just happened to glance and look, and you did a double take and noticed, on the top is it's basically looks like a compass, except there's no north, south, east, or west, and there's just and there's no like hands. There's only one hand, and it's kind of pointing directly north.
Right, so I'm gonna go up to the man. Is there a greeting for people from Jigo Isles?
Not necessarily a greeting, but sometimes a flash of kind of identification, or like a tattoo flash or something like that, would be pretty suffice.
Would the compass tattoo I have work? 'Cause
Yes.
it's enchanted. There ain't many of those around.
No, that would work.
Okay, so I approach the stock hand and roll up my left sleeve? Right sleeve. Roll up my right sleeve to reveal the enchanted compass tattoo swiveling.
Jime is looking at it curiously.
Okay.
There.
And as you get closer, you notice this is actually, for a dockhand, they're usually pretty like not as well nourished, not as well taken care of. This lady's actually very well put together. Top of the morning.
How's work on the docks this week? It looks quiet.
Quieter than usual, but there's some interesting things from what I've heard.
Oh,
What
Might
have
be
you
coming
heard?
around soon. Might be a VIP coming into town in a couple days.
ooh, interesting. And who is this VIP? Just out of curiosity's sake.
Mutual friend. Kinda high up in the ranks. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Pity we can't stay for that long. Do you know how long they're in town?
Just passing through, resupplying here, and then headed up into the jungles of Ivril.
Oh, that's an interesting place.
The
Pity we
jungles?
can't stay.
I think
Yeah.
my village is up there.
Yeah, your village would be. Really? Not really sure why. I just know that they're stopping here to resupply and then heading up to the jungle.
Hmm.
Do you happen to know any ships heading down to the coast, and more specifically out to the city of Irritant?
Actually, you're in luck. That ship there. I bet they could use some deckhands. They'll be headed to Irriton. They have a supply drop there.
Wonderful, thank you, darling.
Not a problem. And she kind of touches the tattoo. And as she turns her head, you notice her tattoo is also chanted. Where it was once pointed, it was kind of pointed. It's actually kind of pointed southwest. As she turns, it points more south, just slightly.
Interesting.
God, I wish my character would have seen that.
How does that even work?
To be frank, I've no idea.
How does she see it if it's on her neck?
Perhaps it's not for her to see, but for others.
Yes.
Anyways, that ship over there, she says, is heading down to Irriton. Perhaps we can arrange some free transport if we offer to be deckhands.
That sounds like a good idea. I just hope that I don't have to touch any water.
Oh, you should be fine.
I can handle that.
I don't want my fur to get wet.
Oh, don't even worry about it. I can control that part.
I've never been on
So-
a boat before. What's a deckhand?
Someone who, minds the riggings, minds the sails, cleans up, that sort of thing.
But I haven't ever done that.
Oh, it's very easy to learn.
So as you make your way to the ship, you notice that it is very understaffed. Like, there's the captain, there's a first mate, and that's it. For a ship, it's a smaller ship, but they definitely need more than 2 people to run it, for sure.
I walk up to the 2 of them, and I kind of look around and go, well, you certainly seem like you need some help around here.
The captain is a another kind of well-dressed man, slicked back hair. I could use a little help if you're offering.
Well, we have 7 6.5 able-bodied people willing to help out.
Honestly,
Indeed.
I probably wouldn't be that able-bodied on a ship.
And, hold on, did you do that math right? Did you add an extra automaton body? So is
Yeah,
it 7.5?
No, because you're not able-bodied.
No, I'm not. So 6.5, gotcha, okay.
I mean-
Maybe only 6?
Maybe only 6. I'm
Whoever-
trying to get a free ship. Just let me
Sorry, go ahead.
exaggerate.
I'm not even there.
Jesus.
Do you have anyone with experience?
2 of us, actually. Myself and my acquaintance are rather familiar with the water.
Honestly, I could use the help. Everyone here is already spoken for. We've been honestly trying to hire people for a while. For passage, you say? Yeah, absolutely.
For passage. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. That's so kind. When do you set sail?
As soon as possible, honestly. We've been docked here for about a week.
Very well. I shall fetch the rest of the party and we'll return shortly.
And we're going exactly where on this ship?
To
Irritan.
Irritan.
Okay, I didn't know if the captain was going there. I knew we wanted to go there.
Yes, the captain is bringing cargo there, I think.
Someone asked the price!
It's free.
What?
She booked it, all work for passage. It's a trade.
Alright.
Revette, I would like you to make a perception check for me.
The metagaming pigeon just had to make sure we did that.
Yeah.
Metagame pigeon.
Okay. Yeah. You don't really notice anything. As you guys walk
Passive,
back to the
kittens,
tavern,
passive!
It's still not high enough.
It's-
That's why I
it's a
asked her to
13.
roll.
No, I'm just oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk into the tavern in the middle of a story. And that's about the time her husband walked in. And boy, getting caught with my pants down in that situation when he had a loaded crossbow. I'm lucky I got out of there alive.
What?
I just turn and look at Kalia, and I'm just shaking my head like, this guy's crazy.
God, this story again.
Yeah, I
Time-
have been pretty much ignoring everybody from the start.
You've heard this story before. I hope it.
I've heard all of his stories before, multiple times.
Jalef, I know that.
Are they any good?
Are they what?
Are they any good?
No.
Ah, that's a bummer.
So you guys all came back in? We're all in the tavern now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so how'd it go? Did you find a boat?
Guess what, guys?
Oh,
Yes, we found a boat.
Yep, free passage. We all work as deckhands. Should be good.
Alright.
They set sail as soon as possible.
Aye.
And what happens to the people who have never been on a ship or a river?
You'll likely
make
just
it
get
as you go.
stuck swabbing the deck.
I can lift heavy things. Well, Aegis can.
Well, we'll talk to the captain, find something for you all to do.
I can get to high places and look out.
Excited. Never been on a ship before.
Me neither.
it's quite-
But I do hate the water. It's going to
Hey,
be.
don't worry, darling. I take care of the water.
That's good.
It really does.
Alright, so that's the end of our first session as you guys are ready to set sail.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
You
Yeah.
don't get to actually set sail.
Nice.
This is way better
This
than
is
last
so-
time.
Yeah.
This is already way better than last time. Not that there was anything wrong with last time, but, you know, it was some of our first time playing D&D, and other people weren't sure about making voices. This time is way better.
Mhm.
This is also my kind of homebrew world that I think I'm more invested in as well. So
That's good.
yeah.
That's good, because I'm going to be asking about people reading books and what book they're reading and shit. I'm ready. Bring the details.
I'm ready. All right. Well, that's really all I had for today. I expected you guys to get a little bit further, but we're good. We're good. I think it was a good time. So
Uh,
That
I
was
mean,
great.
a lot of time was
We
spent
were really slow at the start.
it's okay.
so, I mean, without...
Honestly, yeah.
Go ahead, Kins.
Well, nope, you're good.
I was going to say, without revealing any, like, backstory stuff you don't want to reveal, is there anything that anybody wants to talk about with their character? We've been planning these for weeks now, some of us.
I'm sure eventually you'll figure mine out, but I'm not going
Oh,
to
I'm intrigued.
say anything.
Me too.
Revette and Broderick are clearly best friends.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it already.
Broderick is going to get us all killed. I can already tell that.
Yeah, that too.
He's gonna keep you from getting killed.
Yeah, right.
From what I've seen, you're going to get us all killed.
Minnie, you said...
That could be possible.
I would like to make a correction, by the way. Oh, sorry. You keep going.
Okay.
You keep going in and out, Sloat. I don't mean to cut you off.
God, this sucks. Anyway, my charisma is higher than my dexterity, so I clearly rogued correctly.
I
Oh.
wrote.
Oh! Oh!
You had to bring that up, Sloat. You just had to bring it up.
Son of a bitch. We don't mention her anymore.
Is this about Minnie's previous character?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Minnie's
Just didn't
old
have
drogue,
wisdom.
yeah.
To be fair, I don't have wisdom either.
Perel was like the most glass canny character ever, though. Like, holy shit.
It was just funny because,
But she hit like a Mack truck.
yeah, she brought the
did.
deeps.
Hell yeah.
She brought the deeps, but it was funny because she could never, like, lockpick well, or, like, things that you would assume a rogue could do at least semi-well.
Perceive well at all.
Perception was terrible, like, it was so funny.
I royally fucked up on her. She was bad.
Her damage, that was it though. That's what we needed her for the most, and that's what she did well. Better than everyone else in the party sometimes.
Flame tongue dagger.
Yep.
All you.
So it's a dagger.
Stabby, stabby,
Like, I don't
stabby.
have.
Yeah.
My dex is actually only my second highest stat, so I'm in a similar boat where, like, I don't know how well I'm gonna lockpick versus. you
My
know,
dex is 19.
My wisdom and intelligence are my lowest scores.
My intelligence
stupid.
is 10. And
I'm
strength is
stupid too.
Yeah, I was very sheltered, so I pretty much know nothing.
So was I, but I read a lot of books. So my
I have a
intelligence,
question.
my intelligence
Yeah,
is
I
high,
don't
but my
have
wisdom is
books.
low.
Yeah, I'm just a little. I'm street learned, so I'm not that smart, but I can get around all right.
I was gonna question, I'm like, do any of you have high intelligence?
Yeah, I do.
8? Am I the dumbest?
I have a 13.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a 10.
Oh yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely
a
the
10
most
as well.
intelligent. I'm a 17.
Yeah, mine is
Okay.
a 12, and my wisdom is an 11.
My
Yeah.
wisdom is 15.
5. Oh.
15.
What's the
Sorry.
tank of our party? I'm curious. Or you guys?
Most
Not
like
Broderick.
no, most likely me. That's why I was so freaked out when that snake fucking hit me for half my HP.
Yeah, Torga
Also
for now,
level
but I'll be
2.
tankier in the long run.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I've got.
That's just so evenly balanced with everything. Like, all my mods are in the plus. And then I have a +2 and a +3 for charisma and constitution.
All my mods are in the plus if you count to 0.
Okay.
Yeah, I got no negatives.
Oh, I do. I got that
Me
big
neither.
old 7 dexterity, so I've got a -2.
So many negatives.
-2. It's the only way I'm justifying the way that I rolled with my scores, because I started after racial bonuses. I started with a 19 Constitution, so
Okay.
you know I'll take the dex as -2.
Fair enough.
My highest is charisma, but we're gonna see with my alignment how that works out for me.
All right, guys.
You have an
I'm gonna take it out.
All right.
Thanks, kittens.
Yeah, thanks, kittens, and thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to go sleep as well. Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. That's it. That is episode 1 of the new Corvania campaign. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in next Sunday to catch more. We are playing 5e. Yeah, that's actually all I know how to play. I know how to play a little